see if we get anything up in here. Hello, what's up, Kelly? How you doing today? You're the first one in. First, yeah, indeed. What's popping? What's up, She Love Jay? How you doing today? Great, love to hear it. Love to hear it. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. All right, I just gotta check my other stuff real quick and see if I'm live. All right, live on there, and I'm also live over here. There we go. Sweet, we're good. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna go text my crush BRB. All right, take your time. Haven't been here in a while. Yeah, it has been a minute. I haven't been live since New Year's Eve though. Can I join, brother? No, I'm waiting before I bring up guests. I might not even bring up guests altogether. It depends on how the stream goes. But for now, it's there's no guests. I'm sorry. Haven't been here since a bit. I'm guessing before Christmas or near Christmas or whatever. Yeah. Why don't you believe in God? I don't see any evidence supporting the existence of any God figures. Any convincing evidence, I should say. Which religions have you studied? Obviously, I was a Christian for 19 years, and besides like the basic claims, I'd say I most studied outside of Christianity with Islam, and I just know that's not for me. Let's chill for the New Year, man. We're not gonna be chilling. There will be no chilling. Why'd you stop? Lack of evidence is why I stopped. Ultimately, I think something as self-evident as Christianity claims to be would have had more evidence supporting it. I don't believe true Christianity exists anymore. I don't even know what true Christianity looks like, honestly. There's like thousands and thousands of denominations. Like, if the people that are in the religion can't even decide, I don't know what to, I wouldn't know what that looks like either. But it's faith. I don't see a reason to have like blind faith in one particular religious doctrine over any other one that says that they can't prove its claims. Like if I could just say, okay, I'm gonna have faith that one of these religions is true, I'd choose like Hinduism. True Christianity is following Jesus. Tell that to the Christians, man. I'm on the outside in. It's not for me. What's your favorite movie of 2024? Oh man, I saw not Hereditary, Heretic recently, and that was really really good. That was fantastic. The one flaw of the Bible is that it changes from time to time. Compare this to an Islam book; they haven't changed it. I mean, I don't think that the fact that the Quran isn't changed doesn't give it any more credence of actually being true, though. I feel like if it still has the same structural issues as Christianity, which is bad moral implications, unsubstantiated claims, and legalistic doctrine, then there's no reason for me to believe in either of them. Heretic was pretty good. Hereditary was also amazing. I loved Hereditary. Top 10. That was a top 10 horror movie of all time. What made you an atheist? A lack of evidence for the existence of the Christian God made me an atheist. Can you give examples of these, mate? No, it's your religion. You know what's in there. Are you more content and satisfied with your life now that you don't follow a religion? Personally, yeah. Yeah, personally, I'm content. I like where I'm at. I like where I'm at. How you like freedom? Freedom feels good. Freedom feels real good. First one is free. Nice name. Why do you hate Jewish people? I don't hate Jewish people. What the hell? This makes me sad. If you can scroll away from the stream if it makes you sad. Would you ever consider going towards a religion? Maybe Satanism, sure. Philippians 4:11-13. I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. Yeah, John Jones has that tattooed on him, but he also does drugs and hits people. So, if you ever believe Jesus, you would never be atheist. That's just incorrect, Nora. I don't know what to tell you. Why do R even know your answer? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not religious. That's why I'm asking you since you know the flaws. Oh, sure. They think that Muhammad married a 9-year-old when he was 54. Well, consummated his marriage with a 9-year-old at 54. Says he flew on a winged horse. Says that ants talk. Says that sperm comes between the spine and the back, from between the spine and the backbone. Says that the moon split. Gives instructions on how you can, hit your partner. These are things I want nothing to do with. Paul, I can't read like Polish last names, but thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What's up, Thomas? What's up? What's up? Why'd you choose to become an atheist? A lack of evidence. Jesus will still love you no matter what. I'm not sure what you want me to do with that. Lexi, thank you for the follow. I'm Luciferian. It means I'm the shit and it's hell anyway. Let's go, baby. W Luciferianism. I mean, if you have full knowledge of the Bible, I think you would be a Christian. No, doubtful. Very doubtful. Just listen to Kanye. You know what? Praise God by Kanye is a solid argument for Christianity. That's a damn good song. I'll give him that. Why did you become an atheist, and when I asked why you quit being a Christian? So my first pin video goes over the whole story front to back, but the most important reason that I'm no longer a Christian is because I don't have any convincing evidence of it being true. That goes for everybody who's coming in and asking. I just, I don't have any evidence. No evidence. Looked for evidence. All of it sucked. Um, so that's why I'm an atheist. Are you an atheist on just Christianity or for every religion? I mean, technically every religion. I'm just unconvinced of the claims made by them. That's really about all I can say. Why don't you just believe? Why don't you just believe in Hinduism? You know? I'd imagine there's a lot better reasons for believing in your particular book over, just believe. You don't have any evidence of your own statement. Evan, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You should put the reason on screen. It's literally like the first, like it's in my about me. So it's like when they scroll into the stream, like it's the first thing they see. Nobody cares if you're an atheist, pal. I mean, you're in here, so very clearly you do care. All the evidence I found is speculation. Just have faith. Yeah, yeah, I'm good on faith. As a Christian, I respect you. I appreciate that, Layla. Thank you. Uh, let's see what we got here. Just why did you become an atheist? What made you an atheist? But yeah, just watch my first pin video. It'll give you the whole story front to back, side to side, roundabout. Might have to do a restart here. What type of Christian were you? Denomination? I was Baptist for. Oh wait, do I have my alert box? Not alert box, but chat box. I don't. Fuck. But yeah, I see you on YouTube, Brooklyn Lou. I was a Baptist for 16 years, and then I was Apostolic for 2 years. And then like when I got to 18, I got to a part in the Bible that made me realize like, maybe God's not who I thought He was. So it was all downhill from there. Over on YouTube, where you are, Brooklyn, I only have 2 videos uploaded over there, but one of them's like obviously it's not. It says like freak off or something. The others explains the story. I'm not Christian either anymore. Not gonna lie, I lost faith, and it was really confusing to actually understand. Yeah, no, it was tough. It was rough. It was rough and it was tough for sure. As a Catholic, I respect you as long as you respect me. Hey, that's fair. I'm just talking about your statement, and then you move on too fast. Oh yeah, I can't I got to stick and move here if I'm getting multiple comments. What are your thoughts on other religions like Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, etc.? Islam's definitely not for me. Hinduism, if it didn't make like claims of gods that are supposed to actually exist that they can't prove, then it would be for me. But that's like the only real issue I see with it so far. Buddhism's pretty chill though. I like Buddhism. Do you think you have to be raised religious to be a good atheist? Not really. No, no. I don't know what like a good atheist looks like. So by default, no. There's no need for a creator when energy is eternal. Energy, matter, space, time, all those good stuff. Yeah. How long have you been an atheist? I've been an atheist for this will be year 10 since we're in 2025. But yeah, 10 years. Yeah. Later this year it'll be 10 years, but I'm just gonna round down and say 10 already. Jesus, the only God to die for us, He loves you. Repent before it's too late and follow Him. Yawn, yawn, yawn. What confession have you believed in? What do you mean? What confession have I believed in? I'm not sure what that means. What confession have I believed in? What confession? What confession did I believe in? Good night. Have a good rest of your night, Brooklyn Lynn. Thanks for showing up over on YouTube. You're never a true Christian. Is that the Are you only saying that so that you can keep your religion beyond mental reproach, or do you actually think I wasn't a true Christian? Because if or is this? Well, I'm asking this like, is this the only thing where you think somebody can be something and go from being that thing to not being that thing, or do you believe that about everything? How long did it take you to abandon a lifelong mission? For me, it was about a year and a half, somewhere in there. I don't know. I don't know, somewhere like a year and a half. No, you were never a true Christian. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute you for the entire live, young dopey, because if I wasn't a true Christian, then I don't exist, right? And if I don't exist, then the stream doesn't exist, and if the stream doesn't exist, then you're not in the stream. Brooklyn Luda Skeptic, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. They can't fathom that someone will leave their cult. Yeah, it just doesn't fly with me. It's the no true Scotsman fallacy incarnate. Yeah, they don't care about logic, though. How old are you? I'm 28 years old. I'm sorry for everyone who is disrespecting you. These people talk about being Christian slash cat. To be completely fair, I like to put person first and then religion second. I don't think they're necessarily disrespectful because they're Christian. I think they're just disrespectful and rude and dishonest people who are using their Christianity as the means to enforce that, if that makes any sense. That Daily Bird, thank you for the chili. Ah, pepper, yucky. Pepper, ew, appreciate it, thank you. But yeah, thanks. But yeah, so I try to put religion first. I mean, person first, religion second. I probably got to do a restart here in a second, but you know, get back in the FYP. But I don't know. Let's see what we do here. Also, I gotta get a bot on Discord. Fuck, man. Yeah, I gotta get a bot over there. I need to get the fact that some people don't believe in God. I changed religion and he did too. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That's all it is to it. Just mutual respect, and I'll show you mutual respect. 28 years, you don't know anything. You're just trying to get attention. Whatever you say, Nora. Whatever you say, sweetheart. You got your narrative about me. That's fine. Go for it, but don't expect me to engage with it. You were on the FYP. Yeah, I normally hit a little. Sorry, 1 second. I normally hit a little bit harder than this though. I'm hovering around 18. Normally, I hover around like 50ish. People stop honestly, bro. It's people's beliefs. Yeah. What's the deeper meaning of life in your opinion? I don't think that there's like a deeper objective meaning to life as we know it. I think it's up to just us as individuals to assign meaning to it. That's all I think it is. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here in a second and restart. Do you believe in heaven and hell? No, I don't believe in heaven and hell either. What made you stop being a Christian? Lack of evidence ultimately. Yeah, give me a second, I'm gonna restart. But while I'm here, just with the 14 people in here, I do stream on other stuff and I do other things. Like I'm gonna, go to other platforms after TikTok gets taken down. So all that's in my link tree. Check that out. So I'll be right back. And Odysseus, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, let me end it over here. Ugh. Yeah, TikTok might be shadow banning me because I'm self promoting my other stuff so much. If so, that's fine. It's whatever. It's their platform. Shit's dying anyway. Who cares? All right, let's get that out the way. Go live. Atheist talks. Pin video explains why I left Christianity. Go live. Yucca. There we go. Go to Tickfinity. Connect to TikTok live so YouTube can see it. I don't know, bro. I don't think I can respect the belief that I should be sent to a lake of burning sulfur for not believing in a ghost. Me either, man. Me either. Me definitely not either. Um, and it's kind of weird when people really bring that up. It's like it's when people say like I'm a fool or something. I'm dumb for not believing in it. It's so evident. This, that, and the third. It's like okay, sure, right. Just to make sure we're on the same page, though, they call me the fool for not thinking that for thinking I'm deserving to burn in a lake of fire because a man made out of dirt and a woman made out of a bone ate a pomegranate off of a tree after getting tricked by a talking snake. Just to make sure we're all on the same page. What's up, Hugh? What's up, Taco? How you doing? Yeah, I'm not doing too many restarts. If this one doesn't work out, I'll just keep it to YouTube and Twitch. It's whatever. Good. What about you? I'm doing good. What's up? What's up? What's up? Doing fantastic. Have you seen Nosferatu yet? No, I haven't. I'm back. What's up, Stanny? How you doing? How you doing? I see you. I see you. How's your year going so far? I'm having a really good year so far. But to be fair, it's only 3 days in, but yeah, it's really good. It's amazing how people get educated. They drop the religious bag. Yeah, typically. And there is also a few studies out there that link brain damage to fundamentalist religious beliefs, which is, I mean, I'm not saying it, I'm just saying. Been here for a month now, and I'm doing good. Hell yeah, let's go. Let me 1 second. Let me hit you with that. Hell yeah, hell yes, yeah. That's good. I have a question. If you absolutely had to choose to join a religion, which would it be? I would choose. I would choose probably Satanism. Satanism or Buddhism currently. I'm making a new religion called Ella the Triomni Goth Girl. Would you join? That seems like it's right up my alley. Yeah, that seems like it's right up my alley. What do you have to do in order to join it? I'll join all up in there. Do I like dogs? I don't know, Anita. Do you like dogs? Do you have children? No, I don't have any kids. No kids. Not expecting any kids for a little while. I'm wondering, like, has anybody left you or stopped talking to you because you're an atheist? Yeah, a few people have. A few, unfortunately. I've lost some friends because of it. They say, just you say, accept the LAism in your heart. I accept the LAism in my heart. Now give me the Triomni Goth Girl. So when you die, you turn to mud eventually, if it's wet enough. Yeah, turn to mud, turn into dirt, turn into worm poop, turn into bacteria poop. Preset Mars, you just saying the word atheism. Not even atheism is an L. Atheism this, that, and the third. You're like, let me just say the word atheism. You're my favorite op, Preset Mars. I want you to know that. What do you think is the best argument for God? Subjectively speaking, I think personal experience. Because like it's hard to tell somebody that the thing that they saw with all of their heart is not real. I could say there's natural reasons for it, and there's no reason for me to be convinced. But um, I'll say on subjectively personal experience, I say objectively like maybe the fine tuning argument, but even that one falls flat. You will come back to us. Probably won't. What's your favorite food? Pizza. I have the jail free card because I know what I'm doing. Luke 23:34. Let's fucking go. It's pretty easy for me. I do all the time. Yeah, that's simple. Hell yeah. Bible also said that to dust you shall return or something like that. Yeah. Easier to be an atheist. Funny enough for me, yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. I keep on accidentally scrolling down. Scroll down intentionally now. All right, stay out of here. I'm just kidding. Do you follow any theories on how the universe started? I enjoy the multiversal inflation theory. I don't personally think the universe started. I follow like a cyclical hypothesis. You're the kind of guy that mourning and listen. You're the guy that will never listen. Oh, okay, yeah, most likely not. No, I've listened enough, I think. Bro took the easy road. I took the road that made the most logical sense for me. Jesus the only God. Yeah. Hello, dearies. What's up, Andro Mama? How you doing? How you doing? Will you lie down tonight? You will hear my words. That's pretty creepy. Can you not do that? This guy never had a real relationship with God. I'm sorry for that, bro. I agree that I never had a real relationship with God. We're agreeing on that because I don't think God's real. So there's nobody to have a relationship with. Do you respect any current Catholics, Christians? Oh yeah, I respect plenty of Catholics and Christians. But to be fair, I respect them because they're kind, honest, and respectful, not because they're Christian or Catholic. Hello, what's up, Wedge Man Sour Milk? How you doing today? Do you still think there's anything after death, or just sad nothing? I don't think there's anything sad or happy about there being nothing afterward. But yeah, I think there's nothing after. You strike me as a guy who started on the Android. If you're talking about a phone, not only did I start on Android, but I still have one. I don't do iPhone. It's like, are you that desperate for attention? I mean, you're here in my chat trying to get my attention, so who's really desperate? I'm not sure what that theory is. I'm still trying to learn a lot. Do you mind explaining it? Yeah, so basically, I think that the universe is in an eternal cycle of expansion and contraction, and we're currently in the expansion. Oh my goodness gracious, you have a read me a book voice. I appreciate that, Moxie. Thank you. Was meant in love. Can we not say creepy things and then say it's in love? Can we not do that going forward? Makes me a little uncomfortable. Femi 2024, thank you for the follow. You're so last year. Uh, just in time for my nightly edging sesh. Hello? Hell the fuck oh? Hello? As a physicist, cyclical cosmology is kind of promising. From what I've seen so far, yeah. You were never a Christian. Barbarossa, I want you to get your antagonistic narrative, right? Was I never really a Christian, or did I jump from Christian to atheist because it was easier? Like you're not even picking you can't even pick your own narrative. Come on, dude. If you're going to try to come in and validate me and antagonize me, like you have every right to do so, but like at least be consistent with your narrative. If you have cancer and you have 2 months to live and you believe and go to church, what? What about it? Oh, I don't know, uh, die? Oh, wait, no. In one church visit, you healed and you filled the spirit and you completely healed. You have documentation to prove it. I would just assume there's a natural reason I got healed. I think God can show himself a lot better than people going into a spontaneous permission like they do naturally. Can I ask something? Yeah, go for it. How did you feel about the history of Christianity when you were practicing? Funny enough, I was uneducated on it while I was like most practicing. That's the only stuff that I really looked into after the fact, to be completely honest with you. Let atheists believe that and let Christians believe their own thing. Yeah, there you go. I'm a Christian and I respect you. You're an atheist, but you don't need to put it in your name. Why not? It gets it on the floor immediately. People come in, they see my name, they immediately know what the page is about. What's wrong with that? Well, come on. It's I come like, huh? Like what? Now you scroll and you see immediately, okay, what's this page about? Oh, Hugh the atheist. Oh, he talks about atheism. Am I interested in that or not? And there you go from there. Tell me why the whole lore is low key confusing and it's answerable. It's if you're talking about my lore, yeah. If you're talking about the biblical lore, ugh, yeah. Such an ambiguous name, yeah. It's a very vague name, you know. Unnecessary doubt, and because of that, downstairs, very logical. I'm not sure what you mean. Are you respectful of religions? I'm respectful not of the religions themselves, but I'm respectful of the people that follow them, so long as they're respectful, honest, and kind. You know, I'll pray for you. Thanks, I guess. I've read the Bible. The Christians believe all the crazy stories happen. They did, but they a lot of them haven't even read it in the first place. I made a meme about that on my time off. I just uploaded it today. But yeah, a lot of them surely haven't read their own Bible. It's Friday, dude. I'm gonna take a little. I'm about to get a little loose here real quick. It's probably gonna be a really early night. What do you believe in? Religiously, supernaturally, or divinely speaking, nothing. I have a lot of beliefs outside of that, but nothing religious or supernatural or divine. All right, cheers. Give me a second. Oh man, goddamn. Oh goddamn. Oh shit. We're good. We're good. We're good. Bob, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. But yeah, I'm honestly happy about death. Um, they love Vivi. Thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate y'all. I wouldn't say I'm happy about the fact that I'm going to die per se. Like life's currently okay, so it's like there's some things I really want to get out the way before I feel content with my life as a human being. But I'm okay with the idea of not existing. Lost my faith in an LSD trip. Oh man, I can't say too much about it, but yeah, that could do it for sure. I've dabbled as an atheist, and yeah, kind of reinforced my atheism a little bit. Like, can't even believe ghosts are real. I don't personally believe in ghosts either. Listen to my comment, bro. What's your comment? How's your day been? My day was really good today. I'd say like a 8.5 out of 10. What about yours, Yuka or Yoka? Do you think most Christians are willfully ignorant of the historical impact this had? Um, I don't know if it's willfully. A lot of people, and this is kind of why I do these streams a little bit. I think that a lot of people simply don't get the opportunity to really think about why they believe what they believe. And like an extension of that would be not understanding their own religion and the history of it, the claims made by its book, and all that different kind of stuff. And that's completely, it's so that's why I'm here. That's kind of why, Glad to hear that my day's been all right so far. Let's go, let's go. Did you go to church camp? No, I didn't go to church camp. Glad to say. only because we couldn't afford it. We did like one church retreat back when I was like, shit. What year was 2008? Not you. What year was 2008? How old was I in 2008? I was 12 years old. When I was 12, we did a church retreat, but that's about it. What kind of God wants to be alone? Good question. I think everybody needs to be kind of agnostic just to function. I would tend to agree. I think that agnosticism, when it comes to something as unknowable as like a religious truth, is healthy and honest. And I feel like if more people were honest about that, then we can move a lot we can move forward a lot better for sure. Is this a Bible study? It can be. There isn't hate like Christian hate. There is not, man. It's oof, it gets ugh, it gets wild. Have you ever looked into Islam? The little bit I know about Islam so far shows that it's very clearly not for me. Yeah, I can't get past the moral issues. Even if I could and I made it purely logical though, like it still makes claims that can't be substantiated. So no thanks. They say if Christianity did not exist, we would be more advanced. I think so. I think so. Yeah. There is at least a period of Christian scientific suppression. Not saying all of them do it. Not saying all the Christian societies have done it. Before people try to straw man me, but there was a period where people suppressed scientific discovery in favor of Christian fundamentalism, and that's just an objective fact. I try to imagine what it was like to wake up never having gone to sleep, basically. The moon was never split in half, exactly. Sperm doesn't come from between the ribs and the backbone. Ants don't talk. Winged horses are, there's obviously no winged horses. Yeah. Hello. Hello, Clitty. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I don't get why people hate. It's just rude people. It's rude people. How did God hurt you? I don't think God ever hurt me because I don't think God's ever existed. Somebody noticed my comment. I'm turning up. I'm what? Tubing this for Imtor Hiffenrisches Jalskeden. Okay. Hares don't chew cud like the Bible claims. Exactly. People can't survive in the belly of a fish. Snakes don't talk. Bushes don't talk. Ants don't. Not ants don't talk. Donkeys don't talk. People don't rise from the dead. Water can't get turned into wine instantaneously. A flood containing more water than the earth has is impossible. The earth wasn't created in 6 days. Stars were not created after vegetation. It gets a lot of shit wrong. One question: how can something come from nothing? I don't think nothing's ever existed. I think the universe itself has always existed. So I hope this helps. Pro, please listen. Damn, bro, I'm typing this for no reason if you don't see it. You're just typing. Huh? What? Huh? Are you getting filtered? Is TTS only on? No, it's on. Everybody will be able to hear it if you send it. They'll be able to hear it on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. I'm so sorry that you feel this way. I hope God can change your life like He did mine. I'm good on that. No thanks. Particles are not bound by time. What do you mean bound by time? I don't think that time is some sort of linear thing that we're moving through. If that answers your question, how did you go from Christian to atheist? My first pin video explains the whole story, but I think that I just looked at evidence and found all of it unconvincing. I'm not a Christian. I'm a Muslim. But would you mind if I requested to join? I'll probably bring up guests in a minute, but not right now. Glad my parents let me learn about theology as a whole, so I didn't get any beliefs instilled. You got lucky. You got real, real lucky. You got super lucky. You got mega lucky. Yeah, I'll say this though, man. I learned a lot of. Wait, no. If you ever want to read a book rife with scientific inaccuracy, the Quran is the book for you. Also, Prophet Muhammad's wife was only six. Oh yeah, I'm fully aware on both of those. Did you see it? I changed it. No, you're getting filtered. But yeah, no, it's yeah. The Quran's not for me. Sir, you confus. What the hell is confus? Oh no, sis. Oh shit, I'm wrong too. I'm just willfully wrong. Sis, you confus. We both wrong. Both looking dumb. What does that mean? Sis, you confus? You confus? Sis you cunfus? Andresis? What does that mean? Sis you cunfus. It's probably confused, but cut out. Okay, probably. I'm genuinely could not understand it. I wish I was being sarcastic. Like confus, like comfy, like I don't know. That's where my mind was going. Did you see now? No, I still didn't see it. There's got to be a keyword in it that's filtered on TikTok's end. Faith is the great cop out, the great excuse to evade the need to think and evaluate evidence. I would agree for sure, especially with whoever said that. Is disheartening that person's experience was lucky and not the standard, and indoctrinating that you should be illegal? I think so as well, dude. It's like, yeah, religion can offer some good things, but like teaching people about a book that can't be true and that teaches them to demonize their own critical thinking is really fucked. Did you consider yourself saved? I did consider myself saved, yeah. We need more people in this world that think like us, brother. Religion is fading out. I can't wait until it does, man. I can't wait. I just cannot wait. I'll be long gone by then. I'll be fucking in. Won't even be in the ground. I'll just be like dust in the wind. I might cry. Why is it filtering? I don't know, man. Use better words. You know. Is Streamlabs only PayPal? Oh yeah, unfortunately it is. There is a like you have to do something with like God damn it, what am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? They do allow you to do like credit cards, like direct credit cards, but you got to unlock that first. It's really stupid, and I haven't unlocked it because my account's so new. It's really dumb, really stupid, very dumb, super dumb, outlandishly dumb. PayPal's the worst. PayPal is pretty shit. TBH. Wait 1 second. One night I was tickling my pickle till Michael Jackson came through my ceiling. Then he helped me. What the? Hello? That's what you wanted? That's what you want? That's what you were itching to send this whole time? One night I was tickling my pickle till Michael Jackson came through my ceiling. Then he helped me. What the fuck am I reading? What in Sam hell am I reading? Huh? Huh? Like what? Not gonna lie, it's hard explaining to my kid what a church is and why people think we need them. Oh man, that's gonna be a long talk. That's gonna be a long talk. No matter when you choose to have it with the little one, yeah, it's gonna be a long talk. What's atheist? Somebody that doesn't believe in any god or god figures. That's what an atheist is. Asher, thank you for the follow. I just needed some help. I hope this didn't happen after 2008, cause ugh, rough. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm getting at? I think we're shadow banned on YouTube. It's whatever. I'll this shit's gonna die anyway. All right, don't spam, dude. Come on. What are we doing? You got one more shot. Okay. All right. Gonna get you on out of here. Get you calmed down for a minute. Ugh, skadoosh. See you later. Take care. See you in a minute. Yeah, so, but yeah, it's gonna be a long talk to say, all right, so, well, people believe in this story that says that people raised from the dead and that the earth was created in 6 days. And that the God that did these things, wants worship, and this is where they go to do it. Did bro just hawk two on me? Low key. It's high key, low key. A little bit. It's lonely over here, Hugh. Don't worry, it'll pick up soon. As long as I'm not super shadow banned in the future, TikTok. But no, it'll pick up soon over on YouTube at least. Stop unfollowing and refollowing the stream, goddammit. What did you believe when you why did you believe when you were a Christian? Mostly because it was how I was raised. Among other reasons, toward like the latter third of me being a Christian. Alright, let's see what this guy's up to. I am indeed, yeah. I'm over on YouTube and Twitch as well. I will be on Facebook, X, and Instagram in the future as soon as I do some things. Moto Melly.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay, yeah, what's up, my man?
I'm doing good. It's 6 a.m. in the morning for me. I just woke up.
Where you from? Don't say it.
Yes.
It would have to be somewhere like eastern part of Europe. Poland, most likely.
No,
Western.
but Eastern Europe is good.
Okay, yeah. So I'm in the right ballpark. It's somewhere. It's Czech Republic, Slovakia, Romania.
No, 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 no. I mean Western, sorry.
Oh, Western. Oh, France,
Yeah.
Germany, Austria.
Uh,
Oh,
Holland.
you said Poland.
No, Holland. Netherlands.
Oh, Netherlands. Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Hell yeah.
You,
Okay.
you like it?
I'm a geography nerd. I like figuring these things out. But yeah, what's up?
That's cool. No, I just woke up and I saw this live stream. I just like, why not join and see what's up? I've watched your video
Hmm,
about why you stopped believing as a Christian,
I'm feeling
and
greetings.
I was wondering why and on what verses you were like stumbling on and didn't got an answer on. Basically, that's what I was wondering.
I tend to not go over the verses anymore. I had a
Mm-hmm.
prior version of the video where I did go over the verses, but people saw that as an opportunity to try to like apply some sort of dishonest apologetics to it. Um, very clearly couldn't know what they were talking about because I got so many different apologetic stories about like, oh, it actually means this. Oh, but it actually means this and that and the third. It's like, so I feel like it's just a saves me a headache. And a lot of them were under like this weird impression of like, okay, if I fix the first thing that started him questioning things, then that'll just bring him back into the faith. When that's not the case either. So, just
Yeah. Okay.
respectfully, I'll decline to tell you the verses.
I yeah. Okay. I do understand that. It's it's the fact. Well, let's say I was a Christian as I'm a Christian as well. Right
Mm,
now, I'm still a believer, but I was just like wondering, about verses. But okay, if you don't want to get up to it, it doesn't really matter to me.
okay.
And those people, who are like insulting you or like trying to defend it, with like zero like to non knowledge. I mean, they're trying to be good, but in the fact, when you don't really have that much knowledge about the Bible and you're trying to do it, it got like it got like uh, give more people some more distance about this subject. It's like pushing away, right?
Mm. Yeah, I'll say this: they're doing their best, but
Yeah.
their best is not even close to enough, to be honest, to get me back in the fold at this point. I'm so far outside of it. It's like, yeah, just hearing like, oh shit, this is even assuming like, okay, yeah, I can't read words for what they are, and I have some misunderstanding of it. Sure, let's assume that,
Mm-hmm.
still one reason out of like 1,000 that I left.
Yeah, I do understand. But how old
What's
are
up,
you
Jordans?
again?
How are you? How's your day going? How old am I, or how old was I when I left?
Uh, when you're left and how old you are right now?
I left when I was 19, and I'm 28 now.
Okay, you're a little bit older than me.
Yeah. Finally, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
It was the same kind of situationship for me, basically.
Mhm.
Um, as I heard your story on the video, you were born and raised as a Christian, right?
Yes.
With your mom.
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically the same with me. And I left when I was like 18 as well, around 18-ish as well, just because of bad experience.
Oh,
And I I got back into it when I was like 21.
okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. 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 It's highly doubtful that I'll ever get back into it because there's like multiple things that have to be proved, like be reconciled. It's like not only a God has to be shown to be the only possible option, But then the particular God of the Bible has to be shown to be the only possible option. And at that point, I'd be like, okay, he exists. Okay, that's honest, right? But then for me to actually be a Christian again, I'd have to get all the moral issues out of the way, and I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I don't think I want to ever throw my morality away, or unless God came down to me and said like, I am real, I am the God of this book, but this book is actually incorrect, and there's not really much I could do to come back TBH with you.
You're basically saying that the only way of believing again is that he's like showing up to you.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, it's realistically speaking, I do with a logical argument, but I've heard all of them at the very least like 50 times a piece. Like that's on the low end. Like the most common one I get is the probably the moral argument. And I've heard that about conservative estimate would be like 2,000 times. Uh, on the very low end, like some really outlandish philosophical arguments, I've heard it like even still 50 times. So it's like I've heard it all.
What kind of social arguments?
Oh,
Can you give one example?
yeah, the one I've heard the most is that you can't have objective morals without God existing. But I've heard a lot of different things, like can't have logic without a God existing, can't the universe is made of contingent things, so has something non-contingent have to be the cause of it. There is a first cause for it, and that's God. What else? Greatest possible being argument. What else? Personal experiences. I've heard literally all of it, and all of it falls on its face at some point.
Um, can you explain to me the objective morals? Because my English isn't that good anymore. I
Oh
haven't
yeah.
spoken in like 1 to 2 years, but I'm willing to like
Okay.
clearly understand.
Yeah.
I'm
So
a little bit different than.
yeah, it's basically that to have like an absolute moral standard, you would have to get that from an absolute moral lawgiver, and that moral lawgiver is God, basically, if that makes any sense. That's the one I've heard most often.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's basically the condensed version of it.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of understand.
Yeah, but so yeah, I've heard it all for sure.
Yeah, and uh, like some minutes ago, you talked uh about the Earth, and that you thought that uh, maybe you think that yeah, that the universe already existed before we started up on it.
Yeah,
How come?
yeah. I think that the universe itself, like the universal construct itself, has always existed in some form or another. Um, whether it be through like a how do I best explain it to somebody who's not a native English speaker? So basically, that it goes in cycles between expanding and then and to the point that things are too far apart, and then it recontracts until there's too much energy and matter in one location, then it re-expands again. I think it's like an eternal process of that.
uh, okay, I do understand. So basically, what you're saying is that like there's too much energy in a certain place, and that it like goes in a circle again, kind of ish, and then bam.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of. Yeah, for more or less. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Well, sometimes when I'm thinking about all this, um, especially when I was not a believer, um, I was just like how we're all put together. It's a system, and it's kind of a nature system, and it's so perfectly designed, in my opinion.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Uh, personally, I don't see it as perfectly designed, and for multiple reasons. Like if we go the universe itself, there's like a really big issue. If we go like the planet, there's a bunch of issues with that, and if we go like the human body, there's a bunch of issues with that too. I think that a being that's perfect, or at the very least maximally as efficient as they can be, would do a lot better of a job.
Um, what kind of? What kind of imperfections are you talking about the human body, for example?
Oh, so you know how our genes make for the potential for cells in our body to randomly mutate and turn into tumors that can kill us. All sorts of other genetic diseases, mental disorders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a even the healthiest of bodies are subject to a lot of different genetic issues that wouldn't be efficient under a being that could create things more efficiently, if that makes any sense. Like just me for instance, I have asthma. I have
Yeah.
what's it called? Not acute, no, chronic pericarditis. I have a clinical depression and I have scoliosis, And I've taken my own emotions out of that. Like I think all of these things, like I did nothing to get these like inflict these things on myself. It's just the way that my genes are were made. And so I
Yeah,
think
I do understand.
yeah, I think that a being that created me that was perfect would do a lot better of a job.
That 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 kind of makes sense, but that can also have like an explanation of it, kind of ish. Some people say that it because of loads of vaccines, blah blah blah, and I don't know what's true with that, but in my opinion, we will see.
I I'm sorry.
Well, I was like talking about like the vaccines that are like most shit are put up in us, and I don't know, like all the things that are happening, with the corona stuff, for example, like in 2019. No, when was that? 2020? I
2020.
don't remember.
Yeah, it was
Th-
2020.
Yeah, 2020. And that, for me, that kind of opened my eyes as well when the corona was happening, and then we are forced to put some vaccines in it, and then we're like, we don't even know what we're putting into ourselves. You feel me? And then we are forced to do it. For example, for some guys, and then uh, the Pfizer vaccine or whatever had some problems, and there was like, you feel me? It was like those things didn't feel like up to me, and I was like kind of doubting other vaccines as well. I don't know, man. It's just
I feel like the vaccine skepticism aside, I've had these particular issues
yeah,
since like asthma since I was 6, pericarditis since I was before 2020, I'll say at least. That was like 2018 was my first attack of it. Depression since I got diagnosed at 15 and scoliosis since I was about 13 somewhere in there. Um, but all of these issues have existed with humans long before me and long before the creation of vaccines too. So I wouldn't blame vaccines on any of these things.
yeah, okay, I kind of understand.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that so all what I'm getting at basically is like I think we're existing as humans just well enough, but I don't think that constitutes like definitely not perfection, but even still not enough to lead me to think that it was created by something outside of the planet.
Uh, and when you think about like then if you just leave us like kind of like behind and look at like the animals, the system of that, don't you think that's kind of perfect? Or
What do you mean?
like the whole ecosystem, if we didn't exist it, but like just the animals, you feel me, like, or the way the animals are living in the wild right now, don't you think that's kind of perfect?
Oh no, not at all.
No.
Yeah, evolution was a very like it's a very gradual process. But that being said, it's just to get to where we are with the current mammals and birds. Let me just go down the kingdoms: animals, plants, fungi, and produce that we have now. It was a very brutal process for a lot of them. Super brutal. A lot of them had
Mm-hmm.
to get predated on in just horrible ways over many generations before they evolve things that eventually showed themselves as like things that can help them against predation or predators to further predate other animals. Yeah, I think it looks just well enough as explained by millions and millions and millions of years of evolution. And I think
Mm,
and I think it's even to this day not quite as efficient as it should be. And a lot of that's a lot of species even without human intervention would die off. Um, and conversely, like human intervention has caused a lot of species to die off. Yeah, I wouldn't I'd say I'd use a lot of words to describe it, but perfect wouldn't be one of them.
yeah, okay. Well, it was kind of nice to talking to you.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I'm really tired, man, and
Yeah, no, I
I'm
get
just
it.
going to go.
Just woke up
Yeah,
over there. Yeah, yeah. You have a great
yeah,
rest of your day, all right?
exactly. Sorry.
I say you have a great rest of your day, all right?
Thank you, man. I'm
And
gonna go to work in like 4 hours. So
enjoy. You're in like Rotterdam, Hague, Amsterdam, or that's don't dox yourself. Don't worry. I'm just a geography nerd, but yeah, you have a good rest of your day.
yeah, Rotterdam, man.
Okay, got you. All right, peace.
Yeah, peace, man. Bye.
Bye bye. Take care. Hell yeah. Let's get a W guest in the chat. I became an atheist roughly 15 years ago. What was the moment that you started to question faith? The moment I started to question the faith was when I read the Bible and got to a part that made me think about God differently. And the part that I knew I was an atheist was like a year and a half later when I realized that I wasn't holding God to the same standard as everything else in my life. Yes, it does. Your phone was created by a person, though, and God created Earth in His thought. That's just a false equivalence fallacy, dude. Rocks don't have creators. Rocks aren't invented. Rocks aren't put together in any sort of way. Imagine if I said because rocks aren't put together, the universe isn't. Speaking of geography, GeoGuessr, probably later. Probably later. Yeah, probably do some GeoGuessr later. Say yes to chaos. I think over 99% of species have gone extinct too. Can't forget that. Yeah, it was a very very extremely inefficient process at best. Maybe people we have lost looking down on us are gods, but the rest of the gods I don't believe. I mean, I believe in God and sometimes in a God to my son, but don't really believe there's any other God. So you wouldn't be an atheist per se, like definitionally. You'd just be like an agnostic. You don't really have to define yourself, though. That's the beautiful part of it. How do you feel about the modal ontological argument? I think all of the ontological arguments suck, and I think they're among the worst arguments. Because like, who's to say what's greatest and not greatest? And even if we could agree on like an objective definition of the word greatest or maximal, like maximally great or whatever, who's to say that existing in reality has to be a part of that definition? So I think it's just like word soup basically. Steven, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Just asking, not trying to judge you. Appreciate it. Little Debbie Snacks Lover, base username. Were you raised Christian? I was raised Christian. Everything was created. Things don't come out of nowhere. That's just a baseless presupposition. Because you don't believe that about God. Good evidence of design would be if God encoded a few Bible verses into our genome that we mapped. Yeah, I think that would be good evidence. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Bruh, science don't mean anything. I was trying to gloss over it, but here you go, having to repeat it. What about greater than great? The greatest, greatest? Exactly. Just like, oh, well, that technically wouldn't be the greatest if something can be greater than it. Like, all right, fair, but who gets to decide that? You know? I think the ontological argument fails to prove any sort of God, and it fails even worse to prove any particular God, like the Christian one. Why were you a Christian? It's the way I was raised, honestly. And but I had my like born again moment at 12, so that's when I decided to like actually like I went from just believing that God exists to following and dedicating my life to him at like 12 years old. If a creator exists, would it be a Christian version of God or of different religions? I think that if a creator did exist, that we as humans wouldn't be able to figure out which you know its properties, and unless it made itself evident. Tonga Jahari, I fucking love that name, dude. W and Practical Jokers fan. Appreciate the follow. The Fermi paradox is stopping us. I think that's only explaining why we'll never meet aliens. What changed you to atheist in what year? The lack of evidence changed me into an atheist, and that was in 2015. Found my people. Let's go. Let's go. So never a real Christian then? No, I was a real Christian. I'm not going to explain it to you. Impractical Joker Supremacy. That's one of the only shows that makes me laugh consistently every single time. It's pretty hard to find that. Need to find out what the apologist's take on the exoplanets is. I've never gotten a straight answer from them. A lot of them just kind of redirect back to Earth. Yuka's been here a minute. I'll bring Yuka up. Why not? Yuka.
Yo, hello?
Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 19. What's up?
What's up? Yeah, you're what's up, my man?
Yeah, you said your day's been going good. What you been up to?
My day's been great, man. I was yeah, just been vibing out, man. It's just one of those days where, shit hits you, you know. It's a good day.
Yeah, this is a pretty decent day for me. I made $1,000. I'm happy about that.
Hell yeah. I made $0. I don't go back to work till next week.
What you do for work? You don't mind me asking?
I'm a remote customer service representative for an accounting software.
Mm,
And I've
that's
just
fire.
yeah, and they just been handing out PTO. They hand out almost as much PTO as at almost 100% rate. Like it's actually putrid because high turnover rate. I guess you didn't like hearing about the high turnover. Oh wait, no, here he is.
No, I did it.
No,
Just,
you're
just
good.
give me 1 minute.
What's outside the universe? I don't think anything's outside the universe. But yeah, what's up, man? What you want to talk about? Lots of evidence for God to understand what you meant. None of the evidence that you will be able to present me will be convincing, and I can, show you very clearly. There can't be nothing. I agree. I don't think nothing ever exists
Yeah,
definitionally.
just give me 1 second. I'm looking for my keys right now.
Oh yeah, take your time. I'll go ahead and mute you for now. Just you know. Oh, wait, you muted yourself. Yeah, you just
I bet.
yes. Whenever you're done, just come back. Never seen a real Christian turn atheist. Don't care what your opinion of me is, honestly. I wanted to say like be a little more kind about it, but yeah, you don't think I was a real Christian? That's a you problem, my man. You want a worthy person to speak with or a kid? Just for that, I'm not going to speak with you. Just for that, a worthy person lets me know exactly where that conversation's going. Got my potato in Paris, and I'm going gorillas. What's up, BPL? Thank you for the potato in Paris. Appreciate it. Can't see 99% of space, but we know it's there just like God. Sure, but space can be logically substantiated. God can't be. Get into your spirit, guys. No, thank you. All right, Sky. Well, so Sky, since you don't believe I was ever actually a Christian, right? I'm gonna go ahead and mute you for the rest of the stream, and I'll explain the logical progression of why I muted you. You don't believe I was ever actually a Christian. I say I was a Christian, meaning that there's a contradiction there. Contradictions can't be true, meaning that the stream can't be true. The stream can't be true, meaning I don't exist. I don't exist, therefore the stream doesn't exist. Stream doesn't exist, meaning you don't mind being muted from it because it never existed. It's provocative. Gets the people going. It was a different way of wording. I meant someone who's not a kid. All right, fuck it. Why not? Let's bring you one up. W Red Wings jersey, though. I'll give you that. Steven.
Hey man.
Hey.
Yeah, I didn't mean it like that when I said I think I mistyped that word. Worthy. It sounds like I was some kind of narcissistic crazy person or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah. As soon as I read it, I was like, all right, yeah, this dude's gonna be a piece of work. I'm good on that. But
but
just
nah, nah.
for gits and shiggles, how old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, my man?
I'm pretty old. What's going on, man? Hey, I just wanted to first understand, you said there was a particular Bible verse
Yep.
or maybe a passage that like you lost your faith based on like
Not necessarily lost my faith. It was like if I had to compare it to anything, it was like a tiny snowball that started rolling downhill at that point, and then
okay.
eventually picked up and got bigger and bigger and bigger until it turns to an
Yeah.
avalanche. Yeah, I don't tend to go over it anymore though, because like I'm just not interested in hearing the apologetics people make up about it.
Yeah, I could think of a lot of different,
Yeah,
verses. There's a lot of bad ones in the New Testament
yeah.
or the Old Testament, sorry. Blah.
Funny
You know.
enough though, I don't want to pique curiosity if I'm not going to give the verse, but like just fun fact, it was in the New Testament.
It was in the New Testament?
It was in the New Testament. Can you believe it?
Get out.
Yeah, it was one of.
Now you got me curious.
Yeah, but just that's beside the point. Sorry for piquing curiosity and just like blue
Oh
balling you
man,
like
come
that.
on.
But
That's all right. A
yeah,
lot of things are are better kept secret, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like God.
Oh wait, just really quick. Let me answer a couple questions. Were you agnostic? I'm currently agnostic. Why are you no longer a Christian? First Pin video explains the whole story. And none really. Okay, none really go after that. All right, yeah. So what's up?
Hey man. So yeah, I wanted to talk about so the way that I look at it, and I've learned from, because I listen to a lot of really intelligent people. The
Mhm.
person I'm going to quote right now actually has an IQ of 210,
Ooh.
and he said that reality has an identity, and that identity is God,
Mm.
right? And so he goes into obviously more of an elaborate take on, the beginning of the universe, and so also like the universal constants that we know, like electromagnetism, light, gravity, the expansion of the universe, right? These are all the
Mhm.
constants that we know of. And so if you really look at those things, there was actually a lot of quotes by scientists like Stephen Hawking and things that say that if any of these particular things, and this is not apologetics, I don't sound like I'm trying to go
No,
that direction.
no,
This
you're
is
good.
this
You're
is
good.
stated by scientists. So if you were to deduct, just by a fractal, and increase those things or deduct them, that life as we know it wouldn't exist, especially even consciousness
Mhm.
wouldn't exist. What is your take on that?
Sounds like this really, really smart person just gave a different definition to a like metaphysical concept, which is like the identity of the universe, and just called it God or assigned the word God to it. Just from the little I know, he's probably goes way more in depth into it.
Yeah,
But
he's got like a mapping system of like consciousness and why and how it,
yeah,
how it directly affects us and how it's universal and in all things basically, and
yeah,
that
yeah,
it's directly related to God Himself, right?
yeah. I think he can. I think it's up to one to describe. What's the word I'm looking for? To describe like the identity of the universe in any way that they want to, for sure. I just don't. I just feel the need to call it the identity of the universe. I just don't assign the
Right.
word God to it because then like it would fly in the face of what people think of when they think of the word God.
No, you're right. I would actually agree on that. I think that when you use the word God, it could do many things. Like in this generation, God could be like a genie,
Mhm.
because all we've ever known was from the age of 3 to 10 is like Disney movies, right? So like if you're subject to 10 or more Disney movies growing up, you're probably not going to really understand the character of God if he's real.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be more like, well, God's a pixie. He's a
Yeah,
sky daddy or something.
he's a dude on a mountain with the wings. If you
Yeah,
Fantasia.
right. But if you look at it from more of like um a perspective of reality, like what is reality, right? Let's try to define what it is.
Mm.
And then I think that you can kind of come to a concept of who and what God is without blockage from like your own finite perspective. Like he's not like us in the sense where we were created and we're going to eventually pass away like a wave in the ocean, right? Like,
Yeah.
and so like he is the all-encompassing fiber that keeps everything together. Like what a fiber, I don't know if that's the right word,
Yeah.
but
I'd say for whatever concept somebody wants to accept for the thing that keeps the reality that we generally agree on together, I just choose not to assign an intent to it, a mind to it, like self awareness to it, or anything like that. I mean, people are fully allowed to, for sure. I just personally don't.
do you feel like that's a good um does that like help you in life or something, or is it like just something that you just don't really want to dive into? Because it would
Um,
it would suggest he does have a mind if he's real.
a mix of both. It's not something I could pragmatic. Like if we take God as this concept, is just like so unattainable and so unreachable from our current position on like this planet, like just some people on the dry parts of a blue ball, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
it's not something I'll be able to pragmatically use, so I don't typically dive into it. But even beside that, it's like I feel like it also gives way to. I feel like it's a slippery slope once you start to put extra. What's the word I'm looking for? frick attributes. Once you put all these extra attributes onto this idea, then I think it becomes a little bit too it
Fallacious.
yeah, it gets a little slippery after that, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting because it's like, we're like this pale blue spot in the middle of like this ginormous. That's a small statement.
Yeah.
This huge infinite universe, but yet we have the ability to be conscious and to observe it.
Mhm.
Just this small, it's like, so if God's really that far away from us, how come something so small could be so introspective to be able to observe the universe? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it seems like God's actually very close.
I
You
feel
know?
oh no, you're I feel like it's I just boil it down to mathematical certainty at that point. I feel like if we live in a universe whose constants and like the ways that it's more or less governed, I guess, could give way to conscious beings that are self-aware to show up on any part of it, no matter where that is. Um, and if
Hmm.
there's all, and it's that if the chances of that happening are just at the very least low, like they're low, but there's all these chances for it to happen, then mathematically it has to happen at some point. And I think we're just a case of an actualization of that, if that makes sense.
So say if we find it, if we find that equation that equates to God, that you would become a believer, basically.
I would acknowledge its existence for sure. If we could prove that it has intent, if we could prove that it has intent, has a mind behind it, chose to do the things and govern the construct that we live in intentionally, then I would believe it exists for sure. But I think by its
That's
very
fair.
nature, that's not something that anybody will be able to do.
Do you believe that there's aliens or other life forms in the universe?
Yeah, I do believe in aliens for sure. I think if
That's the crazy part, though. But you say, you need all this evidence to believe in God, but it's like we know there's definitely life in this infinite, vast universe. Even though we haven't seen it.
I mean sure, but I think it's just again mathematical certainty. It's like if the factors that could give way to like self-replicating and maybe not even self-aware because plants I don't even know if they're self-aware but can give way to like self-replicating life forms to occur, like all these things have to be right, and it happened at the very least once in my worldview on earth, as you know, me and you here, then it can happen at least one more time. And a universe is as big as the with this that's as big as the one we live in with all the planets in it that we live in.
Right. That's interesting. That's a deeper understanding. Yeah, I just ultimately, like, what I say to you or is not going to lead you back into like some revelation of. But I think it's interesting to see other people's perspectives. Like me personally, I'm sealed. I'm 100%
Hmm.
sealed that God exists. I mean, I've had situations where I stopped believing, and it was like I got stopped in my tracks. Like I would stop believing, and then like one particular incident is my grandfather, who was a big believer, gave me a Bible
Yeah.
because I told him I don't believe in God anymore. Like I think it's all bull crap.
Hmm.
And he's like, no, no, just take this Bible and read it once a day. And I was actually, this story I told, some people in this chat might even know it, but I was on my way to the strip club with my brother, and we left, and I was driving home, and like my car lit on fire, like on the way home,
Hmm.
and everything burned. I got out of the car before I almost got engulfed in this flame. And then this police officer, I was in Florida at the time.
Yep.
We watched the car. I'm actually buzzing. I'm buzzed. I shouldn't have been, but
Yeah.
I'm sitting there next to a sheriff, and I'm watching my car burn to a crisp. He's like, go see what you can salvage. The night before, I had prayed, and it's a long story short. Night before, I had prayed, if God, if you're real, then just reveal yourself to me in some way. And so this was the next day. Went
Hmm.
in the car, the seat, passenger seat where I put the Bible. Like everything's burned, mind you. Like the whole thing it's like it's
Yep.
folded. That's how hot it was, right? My golf clubs are melted. The book is sitting on the chair on a metal seat. The cover is burned and singed, but every single word is preserved. There's no, right? The Bible,
Yeah.
basically. So I pick it up, I bring it to the officer, and I'm like, this is it. This Bible is the only thing that I got. Everything else burned. I said, well, of course it is. And I asked him his name, and he said, Officer Gentile. And I thought that was pretty odd, right?
Yeah.
Considering it was a biblical moment. And so I just feel like that was a sign for me, man. I was like, oh, maybe I should be listening, maybe I should be,
Yeah.
maybe just something's going on here.
I
Or it could have been a huge coincidence, right?
yeah, it could have been a coincidence, but it gives way to a lot of then moral issues that I'm not going to get into because I feel like that's tacky to, especially when it comes to something that was as life changing and real and possibly traumatic as that. And I'm not really going to dive into that with you, even though it could give way to a deeper conversation. But that gets
Yeah, we could talk about the morality of God, and that's the crazy part, because it's like
yeah,
if He created morality to begin with, it's like
yeah, it could
start somewhere.
yeah,
You know?
that's yeah, we can get in that for sure, but
One of these days.
one of these days, I feel like it would be tacky to do it now though. Just somebody tells me like, oh, here's this life changing thing that happened to me, and even though I have these moral contentions with it, it's like, okay, well, actually, like, nah, I'm not gonna be that person. I'll try my best not to be. So
Appreciate that.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
So
If you don't believe me, you can look at my TikTok. I got the car and everything.
oh,
Got
I
it all
believe
on.
you 100% for sure. These things happen.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah.
bizarre, man.
But all right, yeah. Go ahead, Greg.
Nice talking with you,
Hop
man.
to the next guest. But yeah, appreciate you stopping up, man. We got off on the wrong foot, I guess, but it worked out.
That's all right. We worked it out. That's good.
That's all that matters.
Take
All
care,
right.
man.
Take care. Yep. Peace. That's all it's about. Smiley face, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Symmetry in nature is wild. I'm not sure how symmetry proves God, unless the God you're arguing for is the God of symmetry. Yeah, it's like it gets into picking favorites. Why would he choose to preserve this particular part over the rest of his? I mean, it's beside the point. We'll talk about it later. I'll just go from bottom up because TikTok is starting to organize it bottom up. Aiden, can you turn off that music? Oh, okay, there we go.
What's going on, Atheist? Why'd you mute me?
I muted you because just saying praise be to Yahweh, Christ is Lord, this down the third isn't productive, and I want to encourage productive conversation.
Praise Yahweh. Look,
Yeah.
hold on.
All right, so we're not going to interrupt me on this. All right, honest, productive discussion is what I'm after. So the whole like interrupt, sandbag, try to steamroll, we're not going to do that. So I'm gonna need you to calm that down. Unmute yourself whenever. You got 10 seconds to unmute yourself. Let's go ahead and move on to the next. Okay, there you go. All right, so what do you want to talk about?
Well, I just want to let you know that you have got to be one of the world's biggest losers.
Oh, that's very Christian of you. Yeah, for sure.
I'm not a Christian. I'm a Hebrew. There's a difference.
Oh, that's even
But
worse. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, that's even far worse. Oh, that's super worse. Oh, you got to the part where God was like, all right, let me justify slavery. And you were like, oh, yeah, let me just take that and run. Oh, hell no. I'm good on that. You got that, sweetheart. Yuka was, he was here before, but he was looking for his keys. He finally found them. Yuka, welcome back.
Yeah, what's up? Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Yeah, so, like I said earlier, I'm not a Christian. I'm not gonna try to convert you to Islam or anything like that. Maybe like answer some of your questions through an Islamic perspective. Is that fine?
Depends on the questions, I guess.
Yeah, just nothing like that. Just a different perspective. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think I heard you talking. You're talking about like, yeah, you have a problem with like, the universe being created in 6 days, 7 days, whatever the Christian one is, and that's not possible. I completely agree with you. You're right. That's very unscientific. We have evidence that it took billions of years, right?
Yeah.
So, in the Quran, right, I could pull up these surahs for you if you want to. The source.
Oh, if this is, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I do sincerely apologize, but I just want to let you know, like from the beginning, I'm not interested in the Quran or.
Oh no, yeah.
Like
I said, no converting anything there. Just proof for what I'm saying from what I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, there are verses that say like a day with God is equivalent to 1,000 years. Another one that says 50,000 years, right? So time in the divine context is obviously different than like the 24-hour days that we have on Earth. So 6 days with God is not 24 hours times 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever it is like in God's like perspective. And there's other verses that say the universe is expanding obviously with modern science, we know that because of redshift nebulas and all that, the universe is in fact expanding. So whatever time like God took to create the universe, there's still more creation happening like right now because the universe is still expanding. You know, that's like how I see it. It's not exactly 6 days. Like, does that make sense?
Uh, Even if it does the Quran use the exact term 1,000 years or the Arabic equivalent of it?
So yeah, there is one verse that says a day with him is like 1,000 years. There's another one that says like 50,000. There's a lot like a day with God is not actually 24 hours, right?
Mm.
Like spiritually,
The only
divine. All
the only way I consider that particular part a scientific miracle is if it said that a day with God is like depends on how much time between these two events pass. Like, let me pull up Genesis real quick just to show you what I'm talking about.
yeah, go ahead. And if
Uh,
you want, I can also go and pull up the verses I'm talking about.
I can trust me. I think we're good on that. Genesis 1. Uh, Give me a second. Bible Gateway. God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty, darkness over the surface and the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So there were waters before light. So like, unless the Quran is to say something to the tune of like, a day is the first day was like negative, like however many billions of years before the earth or the waters were created. Then since it happened after the fact, but and then if like let's say like verses 11 and 12 let the land produce vegetation, seed bearing plants, and then like 14 it said let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, which is the sun, right? Unless the Quran said something to the tune of you know the day 5 was, I mean, day 4 was this many negative amount of days or years before that the sun existed before vegetation, then it's I wouldn't consider it a miracle personally. So
Yeah,
that's among the many reasons that me and the Quran just don't vibe.
yeah. So to my knowledge, right, the Quran doesn't say how long a day was in creation. Like it didn't say this day took 1,500 years. This day took 50 billion. Like no, it doesn't say that, right? It just says 6 days. But we know time with God is not the same as time on earth. So we don't actually know like how long those 6 days were in God's perspective, right? The Bible is its own thing. The Quran is its own thing. I'm just saying from my perspective. I believe that, Christianity does have a lot of inconsistencies personally. And I thought the same thing about Islam too. I used to be an atheist actually, but then like when I actually like looked into it, it
You were
explained a
never a
lot.
true atheist. I'm just kidding, fucking around.
I'm sorry.
I say you were never a true atheist, but I'm just kidding, just messing around.
Oh no, I was.
I'm
Could not believe in religion. Like we had so much evidence against it, and the religion kind of said no. But then,
no, yeah, I get you were never a true Christian so much. I was just trying to make a joke.
yeah,
But no, but yeah, no, I guess thanks for the reading. The
I mean, uh, we could go into like other stuff. You said, why does God allow like disease and all that?
Not necessarily why does God allow it per se, but it's just proof that a being that's all loving, defined what we define as love, and then made these things, isn't also can't also do these things while being the maximally efficient or
Mhm.
perfect being. You know.
So yeah, I agree with the fact that if God allows these things to happen, then this kind of contradicts his, loving nature, his merciful nature. I know in the Bible there's verses like Samuel 15:3, for example, that say that God commanded. I don't want to use specific terms on your life. I don't want to give anything.
Appreciate it.
Unaliving of certain people who were
Yeah.
very young,
Yeah. I know.
babies, children, women, right? And when I see these things and I read them, I'm like, how can this be considered merciful and loving? That's very contradictory to his nature. I feel like at some point there has to be consistency. When I ask Christians about this, they say, "Oh, we don't understand God's like will," and I think that's like, well, that kind of just sounds like an excuse for a very inconsistent thing. You know what I'm saying?
I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not converting anything of that. In the Quran, it says like this world is a test, right? So why would we get a brain tumor, for example, right? God says you will be tested in this world, and how you react to that test is like what will determine like how God will be with you. So if you get a brain tumor, you say you're gonna abandon God. That's your choice, right? But if
Mm.
you don't, and your faith increases, you might pass away in this world, but in the next world, you will have like double the reward of whatever you can get here. So you will be tested. God does say this. That's why these things do happen. Like, for example, in Palestine, it's just being bombed right now, and the people are still strengthening in their faith. Like, that is a test from God. That's why these things happen.
I
You know?
think that a merciful being could find a lot better of a way to test people than to allow senseless genocide or brain tumors.
Mm-hmm. Well, I could answer that question. I just have to give you like Quran verses. Are you fine with that?
No,
No.
no offense meant whatsoever, but like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it addresses like a baseline logical issue that I don't think could be doctrine could appeal to or like gloss over.
Yeah, I understand. You say you don't want to see the Quran verse. I'm not gonna pull it up, but
Appreciate
God
that.
does say like this is all a test. There's no faith in like compulsion. Obviously, you asked earlier why doesn't God just like show Himself to you? This is answered. Um, if He did that, there isn't really a point in it because then everyone would just worship Him. He already created beings who worship Him, the angels, right? He created us with free will to decide, okay, are we gonna follow God or are we not? We're the better creation. We have free will, while angels don't. They worship Allah. We have the choice to do it. Um, that's why He doesn't show Himself, right?
I think
If
that's
you if you believe in the unseen naturally, then you will be with God in the afterlife forever. But if you choose to deny that, then you will not.
I think that that would be an extremely petty thing for him to do, considering like if you create a system of punishment for people and then you choose to hide from it's the exact same issue that because I get this from Christians as well, so that my answer is
Mm-hmm.
going to be the same. But if you choose to hide from people because you arbitrarily prefer people to have blind faith in you instead of just showing yourself and ensuring that as many people as possible can be saved, because I mean, to a all loving being, what the fuck's wrong with that, right? Um, then I think that's a very petty thing to do. Nothing natural about pretending. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Sherlock? How you doing today, by the way?
Yeah. Could you just repeat your point? I don't really get it.
Right. So, I'll just use myself as an example. Let's say if you come back, I guess. Okay, there you are.
Yeah,
Like
my bad.
I'll use no, you're good. You're good. I'll use myself as an example. Let's say that I create like a furnace, right? And I create humanity, and I create humanity in a way that Sherlock, thank you for the 10 roses. I appreciate it. But I create humanity in a way that would ensure that they get put into this furnace if they accept that I exist and then show their unwavering faith to me, right? And then my way of saying, okay, let me make sure as many people as possible avoid this furnace is to then hide from them and then hope that they just choose me unseen over all the other people that say choose them unseen. I think that's very petty. I think that's a very awful thing, actually. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Grand Dang. How you doing today?
I mean, well, like I said, I could answer that with a verse. You're not interested in that, so
Nah,
not
that's
really much I can do there. But yeah, so the main idea is right. Faith in the unseen, establish prayer. I can't really explain more without the verse, but I mean,
yeah,
yeah, it was a good talking with you, man.
yeah. Appreciate the chit chat for sure. You have a great rest of your day, man.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
Take care. Take care. Take care. Ramen with cilantro. That sounds delicious right about now. Thank you for the chili pepper yucky and the donut and the 5 chilies. God damn, y'all trying to give me an ulcer tonight, aren't you? New background. It is a new background. You haven't been here for a minute. What's up, JoJo? What disturb the invisible quantum fields to create the universe, bro? Come on. The quantum field hypothesis is still a hypothesis. It's not a part of the Big Bang Theory, so I don't know what to tell you. Let me catch up on comments real quick, and then who was next? I don't know. You know what? No, ramen with cilantro was next. They're gifting. They're gifting. Is that a sellout thing to say? Yes. Do I care? Yes. Please have a good opinion about me. I don't use TikTok much anymore. That's fine. That's fine. Atheists and theists are two sides of the same coin. There, I said it. The human existence coin? Sure. Come on, bro. Please explain the world's deepest questions, right? One day every knee shall bow. Y'all seem pretty excited for God to deprive everyone of their free will. Because if I have free will, I'm not bowing to that motherfucker. If I will bow though, and that's true, then he's going to deprive me of my free will. Y'all seem very excited about it. That's I would get that checked out. Uh, let's see what we got here. If it were life intelligently, purposefully designed, wouldn't extinction be impossible? Good question. Super good question. All right, I'm gonna bring up ramen next because I'd like to chat with you about prophecy as an evidence. Depends on the prophecy. Ramen with cilantro.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, how old are you? Just for TikTok purposes.
I
Big
am 50 years young.
50. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah. Biggest
As of
question ever.
last week.
What do women want to eat? Sherlock, they want to eat whatever you're eating after you already order it. You order a burger, they want half of it, even though they insisted on a salad. Oh yeah, what's up, my man?
Hey, man. Yeah, I've found
I'm so
some.
sorry
I
to
would even say
I do
most
sincerely
of.
apologize. I just gotta thank the gifter. You gotta forgive me on this. Grand Dang, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. Also, chat is Hugh selling out. Yes, follow the YouTube. All right, what's up, man? Sorry, all on
I've
you.
been
All eyes on you.
appreciating most of the comments. Even the guy coming from the Quran. I don't have any. I don't put any stock in the Quran, but yeah, people come with their different life experiences. I'm open to hearing it too, but actually, the thing that I wanted to get your thoughts on was Bible prophecy, like particularly Daniel and Revelation. There are some prophecies that have been fulfilled, and it has been maybe the thing. Yeah, I would say it has been definitely the thing that has given me the most faith because I'm a scientist
Mhm.
and I don't have faith. I'm a Christian and I don't have faith. I I believe because of evidence,
Mhm.
and I don't have 100% evidence. So I can't say that maybe I'm as on fire as some other evangelist or pastor, but I have a lot of belief. I'll say belief. I don't like the word faith,
Fair.
but I have a lot of belief because of evidence, and a main one is, yeah, prophecy. Have you ever looked at Daniel or Revelation?
I've looked at both. Not
Oh,
too much on Daniel. I've read the Bible twice though, and obviously because Revelation's the last book, it sticks with me the most. So that's the one I'll be more in tune for, to be honest with you. Also, Daddy of I was all this time. Okay, of I'm not sure what that is. Thank you for the two heart puffs. I appreciate it. Oh, but yeah, what do you have to say about What's your? Let's hear it.
well,
What you got
okay.
for me?
Yeah, I'll toss a elevator summary your way. Yeah, and then I'd be interested in your thoughts. So I've studied Daniel and Revelation quite a bit. There are other books in the Bible that I have not spent much time in, but those two have always gotten my interest because of all the interesting, two-headed this and four-headed leopard and the beast with the 10 horns. Like, what is all that about? So anyway, two prophecies that really jump out at me. The first one is there's a 70-week prophecy in Daniel 7 and 8, and it says that the prophecy that a day equals a year, and so 70 weeks ends up being 490 years. With the, you know 70 weeks, you take the days in 70 weeks, and it equals 490 years. And it says that the prophecy starts with the rebuilding of the temple, which was 457 BC during the time of King Artaxerxes. And if you count ahead 490 years, it lands exactly in the year that Jesus died. And the 70-week prophecy says that in the midst of the last week of time, that Messiah the Prince would be cut off. And sure enough, there it is. So that has gone a long way with me.
I'll have to research it for sure. Reread it. You said it's Daniel 7 and 8.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Daniel 7 and 8, 70-week prophecy. It gives us a starting point at this temple being rebuilt. And, the book of Daniel was written around I'm not, I don't know the exact time, but about 500 years before 500 BC or so. And then you count ahead, and sure enough, it says Messiah the Prince will be cut off in the midst of the 69th, or sorry, the 70th week. And yeah.
From the just I don't like speaking too much on things that I'm either not educated about or can't quite remember to the best of my ability. But it sounds like this is like a lore specific prophecy. If do I have that right? Like it says one thing in a part of the Bible that happens in another part of the Bible, or is this like just to make sure we're on the same page here?
Okay. Yes. Lore specific. I like that. I hadn't heard that before. I think so. It's Daniel. So Daniel and the Jews had been taken into captivity. God told them, because you're worshiping idols, I'm going to send you into Babylon. Tried to wake them up. And so Daniel was one of the young. He was a teenager when they went into captivity. And then when he was an older man, they were still captives. And he was just praying, God, when are you going to let us out? When are you going to show mercy and free us? And so instead of directly answering that prayer, God sends an angel to him and says, you're going to be freed from something worse than being a slave. You're going to be freed from sin so that you can live forever. That's the bigger problem. And we're giving you the 7-year prophecy that...
No, okay, yes. Fucking around. No, yeah, you good, you good.
No, good timing though. That's it. And so then that prophecy was given. So the other one, okay, so the other one is, there's one more. Okay, the other one is the 1260-day prophecy. It's mentioned in Daniel and Revelation many times. And basically it says that the papacy, the Roman Catholic Church, the papacy that was, in charge of the Dark Ages, mankind's lowest point of mental and physical evolution, that the papacy would rule for exactly 1260 years. And sure enough, the Emperor Justinian gives Constantine, no, not Constantine, sorry, the Pope,
we stand a cross-referencing king. I might just do a clap just for that. So many people get up here saying whatever the hell they want to, and then like don't actually check their notes to make sure they're saying the right shit. So I want to give you a quick little.
Well, that's very well.
Yeah.
I'm doing a virtual bow right now. Thank you. I like it when people share their references and their actual data. That goes a long way with me too. Maybe that's why I do that. But it was Pope Vigilus, and he became the head of the church with political power in the year 538. Justinian had given him that power in 533, but he didn't take it because he had political opponents. But he took the power in 538. And then if you count ahead 1260 years to the year 1798, bam, that is the year that the Pope was taken captive by General Berthier in France. And you have a clean, exact 1260 years where this little horn, or as the Revelation calls it, the beast, reigns over God's people, doing things like casting truth to the ground, changing times and laws, persecuting the saints. That's the whole reason why the Reformation came up. Martin Luther King, we don't want you throwing us in prison and sawing us in half because we won't do what you say. Yeah, 1260 clean years. So that was the second one. That kind of stuff goes a long way with me because it's like, okay, even if it's not the God of the Bible and all 66 books aren't true, somebody knew the future. And it goes a long way with me.
Yeah.
I find that fascinating. Whether it's aliens or the God that the Jews say is behind the Bible, someone was calling shots years in advance.
Yeah, so if this does check out to be references to there's a lot more meat to chew on the second one, admittedly, but if there's some meat to chew on, I'll be happy to chew on it for sure. I hate to give you an unproductive response for sure, but again, like
that's honest,
I try to talk out of my ass as little as possible, So what you can do, DM me. That goes for everybody in the chat too. If you got something you want me to check out, unless it's like something like a whole read this book, that book, all I can do is add it to my reading list and get to it when I get to it. But yeah, just DM me. This will be something I'm
Yeah,
happy to
man.
check out in my free time for sure.
Yeah, man. So, if I may ask, you said you read the Bible twice.
Yes.
What were you like a minister, or were you in theology school or anything?
No, fun enough. The first time I read it was just out of, you know, wanting to know what it said and not have my pastor teach it to me. And
Mm,
I feel like that'll be more favorable in the eyes of God back when I was a Christian. So I was like, okay, let me actually sit down week by week, day by day, and go over this thing. And if you saw
hmm.
my first pin video, that's kind of where that started. Now that's that's kind of where that snowball ended. The second time I read it was
Mm.
just a couple months
I'll
ago
watch it.
actually, and
Your first pin video? Okay, I'll watch
yeah,
it.
yeah, it explains like my whole back and forth. You know, how I went from a devout Christian to an atheist. But the second time I read it was just a couple months ago, just to cross reference some things, give it another, not so much an honest shot and like thinking, all right, this thing is true, but more so just increase biblical
Oh,
knowledge. And obviously, if I don't
okay.
have knowledge of particular prophecies, I guess it didn't take all that well, but worth a
Um,
shot, right?
yeah, right. Um, so related to that, this is changing the topic a little bit. Have you looked into things like Thelema, Satanism, Wicca, any stuff like that?
I try to like the little bit I know about other religions. It's just as
Mm-hmm.
baseline as humanly possible. If they have a holy book, I haven't read it. Unless it's the Quran, I'm just now getting started on that. Like so far,
Oh,
it's a slog. I'm not gonna be a Muslim by the end of it, but it's at least to gain
yeah,
some sort of knowledge and perspective going forward. Because that's the second, those are the second biggest religious group that talks to
right.
me.
Maybe
Um,
even the biggest at some point. It's growing quite a
yeah,
bit. I've noticed. It
yeah, it'll
could
be the
usurp Catholicism and Christianity soon.
yeah, it'll usurp it in the next not that a couple decades,
Five,
sure.
10, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not none something crazy. So I figured it's at the very like the intellectual honesty would be at the very least not speaking out of my tuchus. So I'm getting
Mm,
started on that. As
okay.
far as religions, I'm interested in that kind of vibe with me in my current point in my life, like Buddhism and
Mm-hmm.
Levian Satanism seems pretty
Mm-hmm.
chill. But so yeah, that's where I'm at when it comes to other religions.
Yeah, I know what you mean on the latter. I took a venture away from Christianity for a few years and studied the occult, and I was very impressed with Anton LaVey. He's very transparent, very earthy. He's basically, well, you've heard, harm no one, do
Yeah,
what you will, harm no one unless they harm you in your lair and then destroy them. But it's like, it's pretty basic humanism.
yeah,
They didn't sacrifice animals or children or anything like that. I don't believe that, but I do respect him as a person. He seemed very transparent.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
And transparency, I mean, as you can probably see from just this conversation, goes a long, long way with me.
right on.
Yeah. But all right, yeah. So I guess we'll reach the end of this conversation. I've got somebody that's being like super, super unpatient. I guess like that's not the fruit of her spirit, but isn't patience. But
Good
so
talking with you.
so I gotta bring it up. Yeah, just DM me. I'll give it a concerted
Okay.
effort to check it out in my free time.
Okay. Best to you.
All right. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out. Well,
Thanks.
yeah, take care. All right. All right, Bella. 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 Bella,
Hello.
how old are you?
Hi. I'm Zach.
All that just to be a kid. All that just to be a kid. All that just to be under the age of 18. You don't sound a day out of middle school. That's cutting it close. Even that's cutting it close. You sound like you're still eating Scooby snacks in nap time. Hello? Like hello? Like what? Go to bed. Did you read more of that BGV theorem? No, I forgot what BGV standing for. I'll be honest with you. Just DM it to me, like honestly. Just give me a DM, shoot me one, and I will check it out. Sound like Generation Beta, right, man? Is nonsense, don't do so. Okay, gotcha. There was somebody who was next, but they left. Darth Fluffy, why not? Why not? When you ask to
Well,
hear from God, he answers in mysterious ways. Sounds inefficient. Darth Fluffy, how old are you?
I am 41.
41. Awesome, awesome. All right. What's up?
I was just like wanted to say thanks for showing up on my For You page because my For You page has been littered with people trying to convert people to Christianity.
And the reason I have two accounts. The reason I use the other one for content purposes and use this one just to stream and nothing else and just upload content is because my For You page on this one is just like yours. It is littered with atheists have no morals, prove God doesn't exist, whatever, Phil bro, whatever the hell. Like so don't thank me, thank TikTok for recommending me, but yeah, it is an issue.
Yeah, I was like very surprised you showed up because like I said, it's not, and I don't know why it's like that because like never watched anything that would make it show up, like make the algorithm think I wanted to watch it.
I think what they do is that they see who interacts with what. So there's obviously a lot of Christians that interact with atheist streams and that interact with Christian streams as well. So TikTok is like, all right, these people watch these streams. Like, let me recommend these streams to the people that are interested in this.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of just algorithmic. Just we're going to hell in a handbasket. I'll just say it right now. It's not looking good. So,
Yeah.
but that's just
Humanity is doomed.
it's over. But yeah, I appreciate that. I'm glad I could
But
improve your
also,
Friday
like,
in
I
some way.
wanted to bring up some points of like what turned me away from, because I was raised Irish Catholic, and my friend had sent me this film through email way back in the early 90s. I don't remember what it was called. I think it was called The Zeitgeist.
Mhm.
And it explained how a lot of Christian faith got its baseline from other religions.
Mhm.
Like the idea of a virgin mother.
Yeah.
Christianity wasn't the first faith to introduce that idea.
Yep. It was Kemetic Hellenism, I believe.
Yeah, and it's not something we can see anymore because of how the earth has shifted and certain stars have died. But there used to be a time during the winter solstice when the sun would pass over the constellation of the Southern Cross, and that's where they got the idea of the sun dying on the cross.
Gotcha.
And like you, because I actually went to Catholic school for junior high. I had to read the Bible, and like you, I wanted to explore more because I felt like there was things that they weren't telling me.
Yeah.
And during that deep dive into the Bible, I was like, wow, there's a lot of horrible things in this Bible.
Awful.
Like, there's a lot of awful things in there.
Yeah. My eyes were opened after reading it. I got the version that I was raised Baptist. I don't know if you've been in like Black Baptist church, most likely not, but
No.
yeah, I was raised in like mostly Black Baptist churches, and the Apostolic Church for 2 years after that. And they maintained this perfect idea of God, and that's why they curate their verses perfectly. These pastors, okay, John 3:16, Titus 3:5, all these feel good verses, and just riff off of those every Sunday. Just cherry picking instead of the horrible, awful things that motherfucker does in that book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was an eye opener for sure. After I was and I was looking at it like, wait, my God, like he like, wait, God commanded this? Oh wait, look, child brides. Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Kill the infants. Wait a goddamn second. It was rough. Just really quickly, I'm so sorry. C, thank you for the 5 heart puffs, and Grand Dang, thank you for the 3 tiny dinies. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. But yeah, it was a rough one.
Yeah, my family, they're still Irish Catholic. They refer to me as the heathen,
Mm-hmm.
but that is a badge I wear proudly.
Yeah, at this point, if I don't have to confine myself. Oh wait, got a little puzzle piece. 1 second. My stream's not inactive. There you go. Yeah, the only one that really has an issue with in my immediate family that has an issue with my atheism is my mom, and I'm no contact with her anyway, so I couldn't give a shit.
My mother before she passed was more agnostic, and she was like, before her death, she was slowly starting to become an atheist, but
Mhm.
the biggest turn away for me was when our church had called demanding, that we donate more money. And we were borderline poverty. We couldn't really afford to donate as much money, and the church told us, well, if you can't donate money, you can't come.
Shush, man.
Like, okay, well then we're not going to come anymore.
Yeah, I'd be good on that at that point for sure. Yeah, it's. I'll say this: if Jesus is real, and he comes down and sees what a complete and total joke that a lot of the religion has become, he'd find some tables just to flip them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It would not look good. Yeah, so uh but yeah, I'm glad I showed up on your For You page for sure. Glad I could add to your
Oh
night in
man,
some sort of way.
I'm glad that there's more of us out there than I thought.
Yeah, and there will be more going forward. It's dying fast. I can say that proudly at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, thank you so much for coming up. I do sincerely appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Alrighty. Yeah. Let's get a little for that guest, Hell yeah. The Son of God dying on the cross actually happened, though. Love and life. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. All right. Who's next? Keem was next. Keem.
Hi, hello.
Hello. How old are you?
I'm 19,
19. All right. Wait, what year were you born?
2005.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, my man?
So I'll be 20 like a few months from now.
Yeah, sometime
So,
this year.
yeah, April. So
Hey,
I
wait.
just
Hey,
wanted
hey,
to
me
say,
too. Me too.
that's
Won't
nice.
say the date, but like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fellow Aries or Taurus. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to riff on some shit that don't matter, but
Um, I don't really go with star signs to be honest.
me either. But like before or after the 20th.
Before.
Okay, so I'm a Taurus. I'm in the latter half. But okay, okay. Let's talk about something that actually matters. What's up?
Right. I watched your video on obviously explaining why like what drove you away from Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
and you were mentioning a specific verse.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to ask you what that verse was. You said that there was a verse in specific that like um kind of altered your view on God.
Yeah, there was a few passages, but the one that did it, I don't tend to go over it anymore. Just because like the apologetics that Christians tend to want to apply to it or to tell me about it, it's inconsistent. So, but even still, b, it's ultimately doesn't matter too much. So, until there's a point where they realize like trying to fix this particular verse won't bring them back, then it's not something I'll just not don't want to waste my time discussing it honestly.
Okay, because I wanted to like have a look into the verse just to like see what it's about.
Yeah, it's one of those pretty apparent ones, but it's I just don't tend to go over it anymore. Sorry, that's not satisfactory, but it's just the apologetics is just unnecessary at this point.
All right, that's all right. Well, that was my only question.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you could if you want to talk more in depth about anything else, just DM me in the future. I'll be glad to.
Okay, thanks.
All right, have a good rest of your day, my man.
You too.
Take care. Take care. Ugh. Alrighty. Let me see if I missed any comments. Actual Jesus was crucified because he was saying radical things that the Roman Empire didn't like. Yep. 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 Once we try to put actual Son of God onto it, it's like, now I'm looking at you. No, now we're. All right, got one more guest that's clearing the queue.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm doing. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I just got off work. I opened my Weller 107 on chill filter. I'm happy.
Hell yeah. Just really quickly, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
Oh, I'm 23.
Okay, sweet, sweet. Yeah, so what's up? What do you wanna talk about?
Oh, I'm a former Roman Catholic. My biggest question is for the Rapunzel dude in the comments or the Roman I've been calling Rapunzel this entire time. The Roman tassel. It is. It is this question. It's a question with a follow-up. Does everything that exists need a creator?
You heard him, Rapunzel. What's up?
Does everything that exists need a creator?
Yeah.
Like how a watch needs a creator, how a building needs a creator.
He says
Okay,
yes.
so
Yep.
if it exists, it needs a creator, right? If it exists, it needs a creator.
I know where you're going with it, and I already love it.
So no, that's not my question, Rapunzel. It
No.
is if everything exists, if it exists, does it need a creator? Yes or no?
Yeah, we're not gonna take the goalpost and shift it to Jupiter now.
No.
Answer the question, my man.
It doesn't need a creator, Rapunzel. Yes or no?
Answer that goddamn question, my dude. You know.
That's all I'm asking. Okay, so does God exist? Does God exist?
Does God exist? I mean, you know.
Does God exist?
God exists.
All
right. He says
that means
yes.
He needs a creator.
Right.
So that means He needs a creator. You just said everything that exists needs a creator. If God exists, that means He needs a creator.
That's simple. Your words, my man. Hey, I'm just a bystander here, you know. Special pleading in 3, 2, and
He's gonna switch up. He's gonna switch up.
God ain't the effect. He's the cause.
An exception.
Yeah.
There.
There we go. There we go.
There's already one denial.
Give me pleading and make it special. Give me pleading and make it special, my man. Oh shit.
I saw it coming.
Hey, I'll have some pleading. Extra side of special, please. Thank you.
See, there it is. God is eternal with no beginning, but He exists. You just said yourself that if it exists, it needs a creator. You just said yourself.
Hi. Welcome to the Krusty Krab. What can I do for you today? Oh yeah, I'll take a pleading burger, please. Oh hell yeah, dude. And could you add some special on it? Absolutely, man.
How can they say? Yeah, no, for a fact, if it exists, it needs a creator, without a doubt. If it exists, it needs creator. But God exists. Nah, He doesn't need a creator. What the fuck?
Like, we agree. We agree. Things.
See, if God did exist, I have a few stipulations. First off, if it's a singular God, that God would be a woman just because it is giving life to the entire universe. Men don't do that. Women do.
Yeah.
And so if God existed, God would be a woman, first off, because it's birthing the universe.
Oh, you know what? Contingent to that, the galaxy we're in is called the Milky Way, and you know, like the men do, you know, kind of spill some. Yeah, you get what I'm going.
Exactly.
That's disgusting.
My
Let me
second
stop.
contention is, if God did exist, why is it just one? Why is it just one?
Can I join? Sure. You mind if I get another guest in here?
Oh yeah, no, I like debating. I love debating. I'm in a great mood for debates right now.
Fuck it. All right, Gary, now's your time to shine, dude. Why not? This is gonna turn into hell. Let's do it. Why? Gary.
Hello.
What's up, White Jesus?
Wait, how old are you?
I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist as well. I'm an atheist.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, fuck it, 3v1. Let's do it. Wait. Wait, really quickly, how old are you? My bad.
No, but I'm a full-blown atheist. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know, but like, I still gotta ask you for TikTok purposes. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 28.
Okay, sweet. Hey, same. All right, yeah, 3v1. Let's go, man. Let's get it.
What do you mean 3v1? There's somebody else here?
No, you're an atheist.
Me and you are gonna team up on some Christians. We gotta go full Roman style on this bitch. Put it in the Colosseum.
No, all right.
Why'd you stop being a Christian? Lack of evidence.
I was hearing you, but I don't know. I don't agree with your whole thing about God as a woman or whatever, all that.
Oh yeah, no. So like, simple thing is like, if you're looking at it from like a purely human standpoint, like if you look at like what creates life,
okay,
everything that gives offspring is women. no matter what, even in plants, it's the female
You're
plants.
looking at it as a biological form.
No, I'm looking at it from everything.
Really
Anything
quickly,
that creates
biological,
life comes from,
biological.
yeah.
Okay.
really quickly.
Yeah.
My
The only thing that
previous
gives
guest
life
would
is
like to join.
biological.
Yeah,
If it's not biological, it doesn't give life.
Fuck it, let's do it. Why not? I'm drunk, dude. Let's get it.
Me too.
Keem, welcome back, my man.
I'm an atheist as well.
No, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it can't get life if it's not biological. So every biological form, well, I'm not gonna say every, because you got the asexual reproducers. Every sexual, well, I'm not gonna say every again because you got those stipulations. 99.
Yeah, there's an exception. There's always an exception.
There's like a few exceptions, but let's say.
I ask you a question. Loving life.
Yeah, go ahead, King. I don't want to mispronounce your name. How do I say that?
Well, my name's actually Michael, so you can call me Michael.
Okay, Michael.
Michael, what's your question?
So you said that, if God, well, I'm gonna start with this one. You were like, okay, that God's actually a woman because he created life, right?
I said that if God exists, God would be a woman.
Okay, if God exists, God would be a woman.
Yes.
You know that bacteria called amoeba?
That's why I said certain exceptions, because you got some asexual reproducers, stuff like that. Yes, I agree. But you also got female trees, you got male trees, you got female stuff, you got male stuff. The things that inherent, if you say man is created in God's image, and who in God's image gives life?
The woman would give life.
Yeah. So if you go by the Christian standards, if man is created in God's image, the only person to give life in God's image is a woman. And if God is to give life to the entire universe, and then that aspect, God would be a woman.
But the thing is, it just all it says that we were created in his image. So essentially, yes, I can understand what you mean by God gave life to us, but in the same way that amoeba produces asexually, they don't need two partners to do it. God is the same way that God created us humans by himself.
So wait, I have a question for you then. So if the purpose of gender is to reproduce, and God has no other equals, why do we call God a he? If he has no if he does not reproduce, if God, like the physical embodiment of God, does not have a penis because the penis is meant for reproduction, is God not a he? Why do we call God a he?
We call God a he because God, when Jesus came to earth.
No. I'm not talking about Jesus. I'm not talking about Jesus.
No, but
Jesus is a separate question. I'm talking about God.
Yes, this is the answer to your question. The answer to your question is because when Jesus was here, Jesus referred to God as the Father, and a father is a he.
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Me as Gary?
Yeah.
Can I just say that both Loving Life and both of you guys, whatchamacallit, are just full of shit. Both love it. No. Can you hear me out?
Go on.
Okay. You guys are going based on the Bible and all that, and then Loving Life is just going based on.
All right, I'll just speak over on YouTube. He's so serious about them chips. Yeah, dude, I'm just in the background eating a sandwich right now, man.
Okay, but I'm not.
Wasn't trying to be racist, but hardcore Muslim tried to stab me because I called him Omar. Oh goodness. Wasn't trying to be racist, but only guessing his name was Omar. Oh jeez, that's
things in this world, right? Based on plants and based on
let me put these
predators back in our lifetime, right?
Mm-hmm. I muted myself from TikTok, so only people on YouTube can hear me right now.
Theory was that
I'm just about to let the stream go to shit real quick. I'm just about to get drunk. I don't care at this point.
I can't even pronounce any words.
I really couldn't care.
No, if you want me to reiterate, I can reiterate. So this is mostly for, because this panel is mostly.
Is that just a clip or is a guest that joined? No, there's 3 guests right now.
I'm full atheist right now. So.
Oh no! I get you.
I'll mute them real quick. No, it's like a GIF I have whenever whenever I'm just letting somebody waffle, I just put that GIF on. All right, let me put this back up.
You're trying to
turn my guests back.
No, that's why I'm centering my argument around the Christian mythology. So the argument that I employ is not one that I truly applied to all other ones. This is the argument I use against Christians.
Christians.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
no.
okay.
So this is not one I truly believe
All
in.
right, let me hear you.
Because
Let me
I
hear you.
believe in
Okay.
if there is a God, there are multiple gods. Not that God is singular would be a woman. I'm saying that in all likelihood, if this Christian God did exist and the Christian God did this, the Christian God would be a woman. But in my likelihood, if God did exist, there would be multiple gods.
This is so funny.
I don't think there would be multiple gods.
Oh man,
That's what.
I'm gonna put no effort into the rest of the stream. It's
That's what
almost
I'm saying.
over
That's
anyway.
what
I'm about to go
arguing
eat a
against you
sandwich. I
because
don't care.
against according
Nice
to the
one,
Christian,
yes. It's
to
fucking
these
hilarious.
Christians,
It's so
there's
good
only
to
one God,
wait one
the
second.
one God that's all power.
It's so good to work off of two softwares because like I get to just mute my mic in one and then have it on for the other one.
Amidst there are other gods. That's what I'm trying to. You
My
know,
thing
he does.
is, I'm going based on their Bible. So
No,
where in the
and I am
where
too.
in their
I am
Bible
too.
did it say
Even
that?
no, even in the Christian Bible, God Himself says that there are other gods.
If you don't mind, send it to me.
No, no, it's in the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not worship.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do GeoGuessr after I'm done with these guys. Matter of fact, I might end on TikTok and just do GeoGuessr on YouTube or something.
For me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's based on their
so in that commandment, God is saying other gods do exist.
But
just worship me
but
first.
What I'm saying is, look at their point of view. They believe this God is real. So
no, but you're going from the. You said you're going from the Christian perspective, and
no,
I'm going from their actual
I'm going
text.
by an atheist point of view.
I'm going through I'm going through everything, like an atheist point of view. But if you're going to
just light a big fatty and call it a night, bro. No, I don't have any weed on me. I got some got plenty of alcohol though. I'm gonna get drunk as shit, honestly. I'm gonna get drunk as shit, and after this stream is over, I'm gonna wake somebody up and just go to town real quick. If you get my drift.
God, like as a Christian, God Himself says there are other gods within the Christian Bible. So that within itself has to render Christianity obsolete.
I'm speaking on a religious point of view, not on a Christian point of view. There's a difference.
No, that's fair. I'm talking about this, but this panel is specifically Christian centric.
I get where you guys are coming from, especially when you're saying,
listen. Okay.
That when you're saying that the commandment says that you should not worship any other god, it doesn't essentially mean that there is another god, because in that same Bible it also says,
you're right.
In that same Bible, it also says, "I am the one and only true God."
But why would He say before me instead of only me?
As in, don't worship any other gods before me. As in, when you come to me, your mind should be on me.
No. Before me,
no.
Put me first.
Can I just say?
Keem is right. Keem is right.
Call me Michael. But can I just say one more thing?
Michael's right.
You can be worshiping yourself as a god. Like when you look. When you get up in the morning,
worship him as a god.
I'm not saying you do, but when you get up,
I do. I truly do.
Okay,
I do it myself.
If you get up in the morning and you're prideful, you're
prideful as fuck.
You take complete pride in yourself. You can be yourself.
I do that.
That's what it means by don't be worshiping any other god. It means
why? Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I?
Because when you have that level of self-exaltation, you're essentially putting yourself ahead of God. And
but I don't think God exists, so why shouldn't I feel proud of who I am and what I like and what I do?
If you don't believe that exists, that's fine. But I'm on about for the people who do. For the people who do and are giving themselves that self-exaltation, they're putting themselves ahead of God.
Do you believe that everyone who doesn't believe in God will burn in hell?
Do I believe everyone who doesn't believe in God will burn in hell?
Be honest.
See, the thing is...
No,
be honest. Be honest. It's a yes or no question.
What does the Bible tell you? Does it say that the non-believers will burn in hell, yes or no?
It's a tough question
No,
to
no,
answer.
it's
No,
not a
it's
tough
not a tough
question. It's
question.
a
It's
yes
a
or
yes or
no.
no question.
Does
Right then,
God say, if you do not worship me,
Go
accept me
back
as
to
your
your
creator and
Bible
as me
verses.
as your
Does it say
savior?
yes or no?
it talks about Jesus doing that, but what is
But does it say yes or no?
Okay, so if I do not
believe-
accept
I guess
Jesus
I
as my
believe
Lord and Savior and I do not worship him, am I bound to hell?
if you don't accept Jesus
Hey,
as your Lord and
hey,
Savior,
really quickly,
then well intended
Rapunzel is requesting. Y'all want him in?
Yes, please, please.
All right, let's
please
do
let
it.
Rapunzel in.
comes around, well then yes. And the reason why I say that is because the only way we get salvation is through Jesus.
I'm so
We
sorry to
cannot
interrupt you, dude. Hey,
Hi.
Yeah,
Roman
well, I
Tassel,
will
how old are you?
never accept him as my Lord and Savior then.
Hey,
So wait,
Roman Tassel, how old are you?
what if I believe?
Hey guys, let's
what?
The most hypocritical
just
guy
real
I've
just
ever
real quick. Roman Tassel, how old are you?
We can't hear him.
32. I almost forgot.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
All right.
Yeah, I'll stay out of
say,
this.
yeah, if you die not believing, it's straightforward. You'll go to hell. Why? I mean, it's Christianity. That's kind of the
Now we
whole.
just sit back, eat my
It centers
sandwich,
around
and
believing in God, and
let him go
you know,
for
like
it. I
that's,
guess I
that's
don't
the
know.
answer. Short answer. Yeah, you'll go
My
to hell.
question is then, so
Hi,
God
what do we do?
created all of us to worship. Like, think about it like this, right? A person creates an entire
can I
AI.
answer
No,
that? Can I answer
don't. Can I wait? Can I please just finish my hypothetical real quick, Gray, and then I'll let you speak. I'm sorry.
All right, fine, but I don't. All right, fine.
I'm sorry. I have this one specifically for
Go ahead.
Rapunzel. So, let's say there's a person, right, who creates an artificial AI system that believes like an entire universe in AI, and he creates them specifically to worship him. And he says, if you worship me, I'll give you guys, once you guys like delete, the best life. But if you don't worship me, I'll make sure you like AI never reincarnate or something like that.
What kind of sandwich? I had a turkey and ham sandwich for dinner. I have corned beef on rye with horseradish, mustard, Colby Jack, and lettuce. Very simple, very straightforward. Love it.
If you do not accept me,
Can
I'll
I jump
send you
in?
to hell.
Can I jump in afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, AI. Like, I mean,
Can
I'm
I
trying
give
to.
my opinion afterwards?
So if you're saying, so hang on one second.
All right.
Because I'm not fully understanding, to be honest. Like you're saying, if I created like an AI universe, basically like kind of like my own little like what God has done.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Can I
someone
go afterwards?
and I say if you don't accept me, I will delete you. I don't know what to say about like that's kind of crazy. I mean, like I'm
That's
not.
exactly what God does, though.
Can
God
I
It's
can
not
I go
AI. I mean, it's
afterwards?
not AI, dude. Like
No, because
AI is like. I mean, that's kind of weird, honestly.
it's
Like
not though. Because if
it
God
is
is
weird. Like
no, it's
AI
not
versus
though.
reality is.
I would like to know why we should. Why would we believe the Bible should be taken as an authority or true in the first place? I haven't heard a good answer in 10 years, so I don't know. So Reuben, kinda, almost. No, it doesn't have any French dressing on it, and it does not a French dressing. Thousand Island dressing, and it doesn't have any. I didn't use Swiss cheese. I used like pepper Colby Jack.
Yes.
So both of those are similar. So let's say one egotistical person created his own AI virtual universe.
Mm-hmm.
And every single AI living being.
So, hang on one second.
No. You
how does
told me
AI
to
work?
I'm expounding.
How does AI work? Because AI gathers data, right, and it creates.
Is that not what humans
AI
are?
gathers data based on us.
Is that not what humans are for God?
We don't. I can't just. You're talking about like a video game. If I made a like.
I'm not talking about a video game. I'm not, because you're ignoring my
AI
premise.
is
I
basically a
said
video
if a
game.
man,
AI is
life.
Okay,
if a
that's fine.
man,
I'll listen. Go ahead.
Live life. Just give it up. Just give it up.
no, because he's not understanding.
You
I want to
lost. You
expound
lost
on
the
it.
I'm
argument.
lost, honestly, because
You are
AI
lost.
is
I'm
very
against
reality.
it.
AI
You
is
lost
stupid.
the
So
argument.
stop interrupting. And let me try to
Oh
explain
my
to you.
fucking god! All right, fine. Go ahead.
So I'm saying how we create AI, God created us. Because if God is of a higher intelligence than us,
This
then
is
we are
fun.
a
I'm
higher
not gonna lie to you.
intelligence AI. Because we have more access to information than AI does. Because AI does not know what we do not know. We know more than AI. So let's say this one specific person, random person, an egotistical person, created an AI universe. Every single person in that universe does not know they're AI. They think they are living. And the rules put upon this universe by this one person creating this AI universe said, hey, you have a few options.
One question. If you know this much, just let it go.
No, I'm debating him. It's not a let it go. It's a debate.
No, if you know this
We're
much,
debating
just let it go.
AI in reality. That's insane, dude. How many Xanax
No,
do you
because
have?
okay, so if the person
I'm an
created
atheist.
the
I'm a
AI,
full-blown atheist.
because if this person, no, dude.
Well,
No,
you
I'm
know,
not-
I'm so sorry,
you're
Lucy.
just-
I'm so
you're
sorry.
debating
Your
this.
I forgot to
ideology-
mute my
There
mic on
is
Streamlabs. I
debating.
apologize.
Hey, what mushrooms do I need to talk like you?
No, there is debating it because, oh my god,
Dude, AI, that's so
God.
dumb. AI is.
I have a better argument than AI.
No, because-
and it's getting me
So
frustrated
It's not gonna
because
work.
I'm a full-blown atheist.
I'm taking another
guys.
shot, man. I don't give a fuck. The stream's over after
when God,
this.
it literally says in
I'm gonna get my
Genesis that when God
GeoGuessr in, and I'm
created us, he
don't
calling
use
it
the
after
Bible.
this.
Prove the Bible exists without using the Bible. Stop
Can,
using the Bible.
Cheers,
can
fuck it.
somebody kick
Nah,
this
you're
guy
asking,
out and
you're
we will argue?
asking a Christian to not use the Bible to explain a point about God.
How do you know God exists without the Bible?
That's the whole point of faith.
No,
Faith
but
is
no.
believing in what
Take
you
the
don't
Bible
know
away.
for
How do you
certain.
know God exists?
Well, take
Me,
AI
I've
away.
never had an actual debate
Hey,
in
you're
my
asking
life.
me to read
literally,
something
take the
that's
Bible away.
tangible versus
Jeez.
AI. Like, I can hold a
I'm
Bible.
comparing. Okay, no, you don't.
Guess should be able to demonstrate a mind absent a brain or some other kind of substrate if you believe in a God. Absolutely, yeah. They never can though, and they never will be able to.
If God created intelligence, God created us. Are you not intelligent then? Are you not intelligent?
Can we kick
I
him
mean,
away?
Are you
I
intelligent?
guess
Yes
to
or
you
no?
I might not be intelligent because I'm monotheistic and
And
I'm a Christian. But yeah,
So
I
if
think
God created you, are you not made intelligence? Does that not make you technically, by the meaning of AI, artificial intelligence if you were made intelligent? Yes or no?
So what are we debating here first?
No, because you guys are saying my hypothetical does not make sense because of AI. So I'm just trying to get past that point. Are you made to be intelligent? Are you made? Yes or no? To the Christian, are you made? Yes or no?
Am I made?
Yes or no?
Yes,
Bruh.
I'm created.
You're created. And are you intelligent? Yes
Can
or
someone
no?
kick loving life away?
So if you're intelligent and then that goes into my point about my whole hypothetical. There is a person who creates artificial intelligence. God
Why?
created, technically you, artificial intelligence.
It's an open dialogue.
There's no evidence that we're artificial intelligence.
Dude, no, it's not about. Oh my gosh.
It's. I think he's asking you to engage.
Please, Hugh, the
he's,
host. Please
he's
tell me
asking you to
understand
engage
where
in a
I'm coming from.
hypothetical, my man.
Nah, bro, you're coming from shit, bro.
I'm asking
No
the host.
offense.
Host, do you understand where I'm trying to come from?
Yeah, I
Host
get
is
you.
not here,
All
bro.
right,
It's just you and
y'all
me.
continue. I gotta
The
go do
host
something
is
real
here.
quick. Yeah, I'm here. Can y'all hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think he's just wanting y'all to engage in a hypothetical to demonstrate his point. That's it. I'm gonna go back on mute though while y'all hash it out.
See, so my hypothetical: if God created the universe and everything in the universe is made by His thing, and everything in the universe is artificial, then that person that created everything is artificial. So if that person that created everything
You're
says,
saying
"Hey,
artificial as if it's real."
fine. Let me throw artificial intelligence away. Let me throw fucking a new thing that's basically the exact same thing. If a person created a pool and push you into the pool and say, "Hey, I can save you, and you do not know how to swim. Hey, I can pull you out, or I can let you drown," and he created that pool, are you truly being saved?
Well, I mean, there's certain death if I don't know how to swim and I drown, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to understand the pool thing too now. I'm sorry, dude. Maybe I'm not.
Here's my thing.
He created the
It's
not. I'm basically saying it's not a fucking choice.
I have an answer to your analogy.
I'm saying within Christianity, it's not a choice. He told me to get to the point of my whole hypothesis, so I'm trying to get to the point of it. It is not a choice. It is basically a pew pew to your head. Either accept me or burn in hell. That is not a choice.
Trying to tell you, bro.
That's
the way they see life. We're not gonna get through them.
they don't. They see it as a choice, but it's not a choice.
The fact
Yeah, but
that
that's the way they see it.
the fact
How
that
do
you
how do
know
you gonna get through
those
them?
options shows that it's a choice.
But it's not an option. So if
Yeah,
someone
but
had a
that's their
picture your
point
head
of
and
view.
say,
But
"Hey,
that's their
give
point
me
of
your,"
view. How are you gonna get through it? That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's what
but
I'm
then
trying to tell you. Is their
let
point
me
of
tell
view.
you this right now, though.
Their point of
You
view
guys are
against our
atheists,
point of
correct?
view.
You guys are atheists, correct?
Yes,
I'm
I'm an
agnostic.
atheist.
Exactly. So okay, but
No,
you
I'm a
guys,
full-blown atheist.
but you don't believe in God.
I don't believe in God. I don't believe in any God.
Exactly. So
I
that's
don't
your
believe in the
choice right
Christian
there.
God.
I don't
So
believe
that's
in spirits or anything.
exactly. So that's your choice right there. You chose not
It's
to
not a
follow
choice.
God.
It's just based on facts for me. At least for me,
Okay.
it's based on
Still,
facts.
Yeah, but that's still your choice.
So,
Yeah,
so
still,
you're
No, it's not
saying
a
because
choice.
I
It's based
choose
on
to
facts.
not
It's based
believe
on
in what you,
scientific facts for me.
but you're saying because I choose not to believe in what you believe, I deserve an eternity,
No, I did not say because
everlasting
you.
hell.
I did
Loving
not say.
life,
I
loving
did
life.
not
I feel like
say.
you're
I did
getting
not
triggered
say
by that.
because you choose to
You
believe
shouldn't
what
get
I
triggered
don't.
by that.
I'm
I
not.
said
I'm
because
asking them.
But
That's
you
exactly
are.
what
But
this
you
is
are
about.
getting triggered by that. You're saying that you get offended by that. You shouldn't get
I'm
offended
not.
by
No,
that.
I'm trying to get to the point. I'm trying to
No,
like
let
ask
them.
them
My
if they
thing is,
believe.
you have to let them be. You have to let them be. Let them have their belief. Okay,
Why
fine. If
should
I
I
get
have
burned,
let them have a belief that is hateful?
because we're in America.
How is those beliefs?
exactly. It's not
Their
hateful.
belief
First
is
off, dude. It's not hate. I don't
their
think it's
belief against
hateful.
my belief is fine. I'm okay with that.
I'm
I'm
just gonna
okay with them
instigate and then
believing
go
whatever
back on
they
mute.
want
Why
to believe,
not?
and I'm okay,
It's
and
very
they're
hateful.
okay with
And I'm
whatever I
allowed.
believe.
And I'm allowed to call that out. If we're in America, I'm allowed to call out their stupid beliefs. Am I not?
You're allowed to call out beliefs. Anyway, that's true. I'm a
Yes.
Christian. You're
Okay.
allowed to
Okay.
do that.
Yes. You're fine.
So
You're
you're
right.
saying I'm not allowed to call it out, but you're
Yes,
saying it's in
you are.
America.
No, you're allowed to call anything you want out.
And I think it is stupid to, and I think that is a stupid choice, given saying, "Hey, worship
Okay.
me
Fine.
or
Fine.
suffer
Fine.
eternal hell."
And I think it's a stupid choice to not believe when there's nothing to lose. Like you can
Well,
believe.
no, because
You
now
know what I'm
you're
saying?
All
Like,
right.
throwing a
Fine. All right. Fine.
50-50
All right.
coin. Now you're
We're
throwing
in
a
a stupid
50-50
debate that we're
coin.
not
You're
gonna
saying
go.
either believe in my God or don't believe in my God. That is a
Fine.
50-50
Okay.
coin.
Fine. I'm in.
well,
I'm in.
what else? I mean, you believe or don't
But
believe.
there's
I
a
mean,
thousands of other religions. There's
not saying.
Okay.
billions of
Fine.
other
Just
planets
let
that
it be. You're
exist.
not gonna
But
win
if you
this
believe in,
argument. Trust
if
me.
you
You're
believe,
It's
not
not
gonna win this
about winning
argument.
the argument, get gray. It's not
Oh my
about winning the
fucking
argument.
god.
It's about having a discussion and trying to open their minds. You
So
say it's
what's
a
the argument about?
50-50 chance of
So what's
whether
the
being
argument
right
about
or
then?
wrong.
So what's the
what was that? I'm sorry.
Why did he drop? Wait, why did he drop?
You said it's a 50-50 thing of whether being right or wrong, yes?
Like me believing in God, or
He
you
didn't drop. I
not
disconnected
believing?
him.
Like,
Just
what?
you think Christianity is 50-50, whether you believe in God or no?
I don't think so. No.
No.
I just,
Gary,
So
thank
how
you for
many other
the
options
one
are
rose.
there?
I appreciate it. You got kicked out. I didn't kick you.
what other options are there? Like
Yeah.
I didn't kick you. I'm lying my nuts
I
off.
mean,
I kicked him.
I don't know.
I mean, the
Is there any way to turn up the
Like,
volume of the other guys? Having a hard
Christian
time hearing them if they're
beliefs. I mean,
if you can't, yeah, I can.
If
One
you
second.
willingly go into the religion, I mean, you believe that's
Let me know if
honestly
that's good
lost.
enough
Like
over
50,
on
you can believe
YouTube.
whatever you want to believe. As a Christian, I believe in one God, and I believe Jesus died on the cross for our
you
sins.
have the
Right? Like
liberty
that's
to
just kind of
believe
like
that. That's fine.
yeah. That's. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, for me to tell someone that they're going to go to hell for not believing,
I live with
I'm
people every
not
single
God.
day that they tell
I'm
me that
not
every
God.
single day, and every single day
Yeah,
I go against them.
the
And I'm
mixer on
okay with that.
Streamlabs is so much more
How?
different
Well,
than on
if you're okay
TikTok.
with
Like
it,
the
then why are
decibel
you on
levels
a
are so much
debate?
different.
I'm
This
just
is
telling you
supposed to
that
be like
it's okay to
because you
believe
keep
other
saying
different
just be
beliefs.
fine. You
I'm
just
just
keep
telling you
saying
that
just
it's
be
okay to
fine, bro.
believe other beliefs. That's
I
all I'm
know
trying
I'm
to say.
fine with vibing with people, but
But
this
my
is
thing
just
is,
a
why
debate.
trying to argue with them?
I
Why trying
vibe
to
with
fight with
people
them?
on a daily basis, but this is a debate. This isn't just a vibe chalk. This is like an actual
My
discussion.
thing is, it was fine at the beginning. It was fine.
It was, but like
Once you
now it's
realize
turned
that you
into
can't
something.
change them, just let it be.
But now what's the point of it? And now it's supposed to
No,
be a
it was
discussion and
fine at
have
the beginning. It was
conversation.
fine at the beginning. You know, it was a good debate.
Because
But then, it's been going on for so long. So
dude,
just let it be.
it's a discussion now. I think
Yeah,
everyone's
but
okay with
we've been
this
going on
discussion.
for
You're
a
the only
while.
one trying to say let it be.
I think everyone's pretty chill right now, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
chill. I'm
I
chill
feel
too.
pretty
I'm
chill,
chill about
yeah.
it. I'm
yeah,
cool
yeah,
with these guys.
yeah. I mean, I guess
I'm just asking questions.
yeah.
Everyone's
That's
asking
cool, but
questions,
we're
just trying to
trying
get
to
a
argue
better
anymore.
Yeah, we're all
understanding.
asking
By not
questions.
asking
Hell yeah.
questions, you're telling me
Okay.
to vibe.
I'm not
I'm
So
allowed
the
to
interested in
ask
answering,
questions.
honestly. I'll be real
question
with
was,
you.
there's a I'm sorry. So say your question.
I'm sitting here
50,
texting my
50.
girlfriend.
Let's
I-
go
I
back to
can't
Yeah,
like
answer
so
that
Zelda.
right
so
now.
I was gonna follow up with saying, how many gods do you not believe in?
Every single one of them.
I don't. I mean, all of them. I mean, I don't believe in any of them,
And
but
me, every single one of them.
you know, I mean,
Yeah,
just
so
the one.
I'm mostly talking to the Christian person here, just because me and you, Gray, share a lot of the same things. So for the Christian person, I believe in one less God than you do. You
I
know, so
believe in every single God that ever
from my
existed.
perspective, it is not a 50-50. From my perspective, it is a 1 in a billion, just because I take into account other planets, other galaxies,
The way
possibly
I see it,
other
for me.
No, Gray, I'm talking to the Gray.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
talking to the people who
I'm
believe
listening.
in
I'm
God.
listening.
So as I was saying, I take into account of other universes, other this. So if I believe in other life and other planets that have possibly as intelligent life as us, and everything that we have on our Earth is so human centric. That's why I truly do not believe in any religion, because it is so human centric. When there is entire universe, entire galaxies unexplored with life that is more than likely there.
I just personally, I don't think if we can't achieve any kind of way to discover any new intelligent life, I personally don't think anything that's like the human race exists as intelligent.
Because
Like,
we haven't discovered it yet.
we never will.
I don't think we never will. I
think
think
Other
it is
life,
just a possibility
that's
of
their
time.
belief. That's their belief.
I guess like here's the thing though, like
I know it's their belief, Gray. It is a discussion, Gray. I know it is their belief.
Yeah, but you're still trying to argue it against
It's
them.
not
Just
an
let them
argue.
use it.
Gary, are you a
Hey,
Christian,
hey,
perchance?
this is a good time right now, right? So hang on. What I was gonna say was, I don't
think the people want to know real quick. Gary, are you a Christian?
What happened?
Are you a Christian?
He's undercover.
You need
Because like
hostile
Gray
among
is
us.
defending them on every point, and it's
No,
so
because
hard.
I think the people
I'm
want to
not,
know,
but
man.
it's just that I'm an atheist, but just I don't believe yours. I just argue against your point of view. That's why.
My point of view is asking questions, Gray. This whole time I've just been asking questions and hypotheticals.
Yeah, we're just doing some
I think it's-
hypotheticals. Yeah, I think Red is sus on this one. What are we thinking?
I'm a full-blown atheist myself.
Oh yeah.
Then stop interrupting me when I'm trying to have a
what's
discussion.
Charles Dawkins'
It's
birthday
not me
then?
attacking or me anything. It's me like just because I know he won't understand.
But my
It's
thing is,
me,
at
it's
least
me trying to understand.
Well, can I say something real quick? So like,
Yes.
how are we? So all these planets that we see
Red is sus.
that are light years away, do you guys first off believe we'll ever be able to travel faster, minimum the speed of light?
I
no,
believe we will have the like.
we will achieve it, but like years from now, not in our lifetime.
I view it the same way we went to space, the same way we achieved any technological advancement, is that once we discover how something works and how we are able to, how like what is it called? Catapults work. How catapults work? How we were able to measure the motor.
It's like grabbing a glass of water out of the ocean and saying, "Look, no whales, so whales don't exist." Exactly.
We figure out how something is able to be done, we can advance it entirely. So, like,
full-blown atheist, but shutting down hypotheticals. Like, yeah, all right, dude. No need to lie. Like, there's other Christians up here. I don't know why people lie.
Using the sun's, no, not the sun's, a high-powered beam of light to travel. And although they will gather information, it will take longer to send back. That possibility will be eventually realized. Although on a microscopic scale, we are still achieving faster than light speed travel. Now, I believe with the advancement, we will be eventually be able to advance to that technology. Now, do I believe other places have? Probably not. But do I think they don't have intelligent life? Without a doubt, I do believe they do.
So what's the closest planet that is Earth-like that could possibly? I mean, these are probably hundreds of thousands, millions of light years away.
The closest one is like an exoplanet. I forgot the name of it. It's on the top of my head because I just saw a video on it too.
Yeah.
It had like water. It had like
I saw that too.
It had like a good amounts of carbon on it. It's like been observed. It's in within a habitable zone of a star.
Sure.
But also, like, my other thing is there are like more galaxies than there are sands in the universe. I mean, in the Earth.
Okay.
And if each galaxy has like thousands upon thousands of stars, and then each star has like tens of 20s of planets, the likelihood of us just being the one and only with intelligence life out of billions is just wild.
I think the likelihood of a god not existing is just as wild.
I will concede a god could exist. I do concede that.
Why do you believe that?
To be a human-centric god, to all the religions that are human-centric, is what I disagree with. Because every religion is human-centric. So if you go to my point of view, right?
I agree with him. Yeah.
Dude.
So Roman, if you go into my point of view,
yep.
If I'm seeing 1,000 planets, thousands of life forms, thousands of everything, right?
Yeah.
And if I like using just my common sense thinking, if they're
human consciousness, yeah.
If I'm using my common sense saying that human isn't the only like consciousness on Earth.
I don't know what the fuck. I'm sitting here on this sandwich, bro.
Great. I'm talking to Roman. So
I'm just agreeing with you.
So if you go into my point of view then Roman.
Yes.
Out of all of them, saying that the Christian God is the one and true God, it just does not make 100% sense to me. No religion on earth does. Now, I'm not disqualifying the fact of a God, but I am disqualifying the fact of a human-centric God.
So I guess, and I'm only saying because I'm not catching your point 100%. So human-centric God meaning like we created this.
So every God around human, like specifically in the Christian text, it says God created man in his own image.
Yeah.
But if I believe that there are thousands of other planets and all that, I do not 100% think they're all going to look like me. I do not believe they're all going to look like humans, you know?
Okay,
exactly.
I'll give you that because that's like, it's kind of like
You believe that all believe they don't have the same morals because each planet's going to have a different oxygen level, and 1% oxygen level
based on
means
science facts. Exactly.
And each of their oxygen level mean that this person might be blue or this person might be green. Does that mean they were created in God's image?
No.
And that is from my.
Honestly, I never thought about that, but I just don't because I never thought about it because that sounds, in my opinion, more far-fetched than other human-like or intelligent species on another planet hundreds of thousands of light years away. I just never really gave thought to that because I don't.
And that's where I broke away from Christianity because I didn't give thought to that until I started thinking, I know other planets exist. I know other galaxies exist because we can observe them.
Yeah. But
there's more to the world than just religion and all that. There's more to it. There's humanity. There's astronomical physics and things that we have to explore out there in the universe.
Right. But I
So
mean,
for
like
you guys to just settle down and just say that, okay, there's one guy that created everything. I'm sorry, but I can't believe in that.
But you're conflating God and science, but they do go hand in hand in a lot of ways.
Sometimes there is.
I mean, I would disagree because a lot of Christians believe the Earth is 6,000 years old.
But also,
we have a lot of evidence on
but there are some artificial,
but if you look at
facts on based on Bible, based on the Bible, there's some truth to some stories, but not all of it.
I also want to say there's a lot of in science things constantly change, right? Like things change in science. It's not a perfect system.
They change simply because they prove it right.
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
You saying that science changes all the time?
Science changes because it's self-correcting, not because it gets wrong.
I wouldn't say every time science changes and improves because a lot of times science is and this mostly goes into other
Yeah.
points of
I'm going based on Adam
capitalism
right here. It
and
says science
money.
changes with evidence.
God and
Exactly.
I wouldn't
science
say that. I'd say
are
science
mixed
changes
periods.
where the money is. Just because,
Exactly.
like, cigarettes used to say they were healthy and all this great stuff, and then
They
science
changed with
proved that
evidence.
cigarettes
What
were
are you talking
healthy
about?
because money was like. So science usually is funded by a lot of money and a lot of stuff, but science on the whole does change with like science does not change. I do say science changes and doesn't do improvedly, but to say it straight out changes like perfectly is not true. Science is flawed in some senses because people who have money control science.
So
We're going
if
back like
science
Science
is
is far
flawed,
from
you're gonna
perfect.
believe in
That's why
God.
they're still finding new things. But I also agree that science changes with evidence. Even the example that you were given about the cigarettes, they had to do
Exactly.
studies.
Hey,
Science
really
changes
Bro,
with
quickly, we have an
evidence.
that is
actual
Exactly.
directly to
scientist in
what
the
That's why
chat.
I don't believe in God.
Really quickly, we got an actual scientist in the chat.
Okay.
C, you
Well,
want to
wait.
come up real quick? Or if not, that's fine too. Just want to ask.
I'll happily shut up for a scientist.
Yeah, he's a
I
physicist.
love
I'm
Neil
gonna stay
deGrasse
quiet too.
I
Tyson.
also think that we've gone
You want to
far
join the
over
shit
the
show?
Oh, I agree with Adam. Yeah, the scientific method is self-correcting because it
Exactly.
relies upon
Yep, all
you
right, I'll invite
destroying
you.
your argument. The scientific
Mhm.
One
method
sec. All right,
says,
let me know when
"Hey,
you're ready.
destroy your own argument. If you can't destroy your
Exactly.
argument, you're safe."
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, so for the Christians, can you guys try to destroy your own argument?
What?
Can you try to disprove God? Just for the
They won't.
scientific method, because I can try to disprove science. I could say God made it up, but can you try to disprove God?
Can I try to disprove? Here's the thing: you can
No,
try.
try. That's how you
I'm
use the
personally
scientific
not going
method.
to.
Try to
Love and
disprove
life.
God.
They can't do
I'm
that.
personally not
Just
going
let
to
it be.
because I don't want to do that. But a,
They can't.
anyone can find a good enough reason to do it what they want to do, regardless of what it is or how bad it seems.
Love and
So do you
life. Can
think
I?
the same
Everyone,
people can find the same reason to prove a God rather than
yes,
disprove a God?
not
So how do
the-
you explain that?
both have their own like way. Both
Reasons.
have their
So
own
both
Love and
have
reasons.
their
life.
own
You
reasons for
have
doing
reasons
what
to
they
believe in
do.
God.
So
You
how
have
do you
reasons to not believe in God.
Love and life. Can I talk
What
to you for a
matters more
second?
is where is your faith? Is your faith in the reasons that prove against God, or is your faith in the
Love and
reasons that
life.
prove
Can I
God?
talk to you
Okay,
for a
that sounds
second?
good. C. Yeah, whenever you're ready, I got you. Yeah, we got an actual physicist. I am actually good.
All right. All right. We'll listen. We'll listen.
I sent the invite in case you want to accept it.
Okay.
Gary, what were you saying?
Oh no, I wanted to talk to Love and Life.
Yeah.
But they said they're gonna bring in some actual physicists right here.
Yeah, he can talk to you as educated as humanly possible about the scientific method. A request? Don't see your request. I'll try inviting you. I sent the invite out.
Listen, I know I'm probably pinning against the whole time, but it's just the fact that Love and Life is just bringing up some absurd.
I'm bringing up absurd things to absurd claims.
No, I get that, and I'm
Don't see you in the request.
I don't know.
Oh, there you are.
I believe everything that you believe, but just the fact that you're approaching it is just not the way I would approach
Alright,
it.
if you're a
to be honest.
physicist,
You're
Adam
approaching
Action
it from a
Revel
way
18.
you don't approach it at all.
What do you
26,
mean?
by the way.
All right. Let's be quiet.
All right. School us real quick.
Hello?
Well, them. I'm me. No.
Hello.
What's up?
Hi.
Real quick, you're confusing the corporate greed with the actual researchers who did this stuff. And I think that's like a bastardization of the field.
Wait,
The
who, me or
researchers
who else?
themselves, no.
He's talking
The
about me.
researchers themselves,
Mm-hmm.
the researchers themselves are the people who actually did the field, like the stuff, but the greed corporate likeness isn't what science is, and we need to stop that way of thinking.
Oh yeah, so when
I
I
agree.
when I was talking about that, I wasn't talking about these what research that's done. I was talking about the studies released. So the studies released, I think, are the ones that are released
Sorry
are the
about that,
ones
y'all.
that are funded by the
On
people. So
YouTube.
the research
A
done
couple of you on there.
isn't what's truly released a lot of the time. So I do agree with you. I was just saying what is released and rather what is done.
So I have stuff released, and I can tell you that it's not really like the way you think it is. Like most of the research that it's done is not actually done for money, and most of the money doesn't even go to you most of the time. Like it's split up.
Thank you.
So when we talk about research, it's important to note that you can always look for at the paper. There'll be this conflict of interest or like something like that, and you can typically see like these. If you want to say bias for money, you can typically scope that out in the bottom of the paper usually.
Well, yeah, that's why I was talking about like back like when I was talking about mostly cigarettes. Like that was like the only example I brought up. I was mostly referring to like cigarettes back in like when they didn't have the Surgeon General warning on them and stuff like that. When people promoted them as saying, "Hey, this will cure your cough" and stuff like that. That's mostly what I was referring to, as when science changes and studies changes. I wasn't referring to modern day. I was referring back to older days when we were talking about how science changes, and I was referring more back to then. But I do see your point, and I'm not trying to discredit you at all.
Hey, can I ask you a real quick question, Christian here? Because to be honest with you, I am a really busy person, so I don't have time to look into a lot of scientific stuff right here. So like, and I'm not attacking it, but I want a legitimate question. Some might laugh at this. Super rudimentary, right? So why do monkeys or chimpanzees? Do people still claim for stuff? I'm so like out of the loop. They came from apes.
No,
so that's not my field, but yeah, that's not my field, but like that's not what we say. It's that we are great apes. It's kind of like saying like, do you come from your cousin, right? It doesn't really make a lot of sense, and we can have evidence of this where we have like genetic testing that like prove this, right?
Gotcha. So we did not.
We are great apes.
We are
great apes. We don't come from chimps.
So like the monkeys that exist today did not exist back then. We might share a common ancestor of them, but they went down different paths of evolution than we did.
Yeah, so I guess I was trying to get to like, why do monkeys or apes? But you already answered my question. Like, why do they still exist? If there's like Neanderthal skeletons that were found to had, there's skeletal structures.
We're different cousins. That's all it is.
Okay.
It's important to know that like we also branch off into like different like species. Like so we're not just one homogenous thing. It's like we branched out and we were the surviving species.
What was
everybody else like died off?
Where did we branch off from?
I'm not sure on like the exact point where we branched off. That's about as far as my knowledge for biology and evolution.
Well, technically,
I'll mute them real quick to answer this question on YouTube. Cody asks, how do you rationalize order and harmony in a state of infinite chaos? The latest research shows that our minds are genetically manipulated from native habitats. I'm going to need your source on your second claim, but to answer your question, like order, chaos, harmony, these are subjective terms. So, nothing about the universe itself having, particular rule sets about itself or having these vast expanses of places that humans can exist means that we shouldn't exist at all in the universe. A lot of people think that a universe that's under certain physical laws has to automatically mean that atoms are just scattered and random and nobody and just nowhere and this, that, and the third, when that's not really the case. That's just not the case. A universe that can give way to life as we know it under its laws, and that has all these sextillions of chances to give rise to one of these, to a planet that has life as we know it, it's probably going to give life as we know it, mathematically speaking. And in my view, that's how it's happened. No, these are not. They are proven through mathematical probability. In a state of infinite, there's more probable versus less probable. I can find a mind stuff for it. Yes, find it, send it to me on either TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. I'll be happy to look at it. Order and Chaos, been watching too much Jordan Peterson. Yeah, or Cliff Nettle. Rational can only come from rational. Rational cannot come from the irrational. Yeah, I'm so sick of that dude's whiny, nasally ass voice. Fuck that guy. So sick of Cliff. But yeah, if you have a Facebook, you got an Instagram, you got a Twitter, you got a TikTok. My DMs are open on all of those. And my whispers on Twitch, but that's pretty exclusive.
Our bodies can't handle that.
No.
If it's
I'm
made
not
of
talking.
if
I'm
it
not
shoots out
talking about
light,
our
it's
bodies.
limited.
I'm not talking about our bodies. I'm talking about microscopic cells of individual little particles that are going light speed. I'm not talking about
I mean,
humans.
yeah, that's possible, but not us. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
But they're
that's
limited
what I'm
with
saying.
light.
That's what I was saying is that it
Okay,
is
fine.
possible to go faster than light speed. I mean, fast as light speed, just not human.
Okay,
So
fine. Yeah.
light travels 186,000 miles a second, correct?
Yeah.
I believe so.
So is there, to the physicist, can you feel G-force, like like the positive G's, like from accelerating? Can you feel that in space or no? I'm not too sure about that because
I don't
there's
know
no.
about space, but the current what you call it?
Because if you can, the G-forces would probably kill you. That's insane. Can you imagine
No,
like?
there's certain
you can
military
feel G.
people who do past a certain limit that do experience the G force.
We're talking 9 to 15 Gs on Earth that fighter pilots or actually, there's been someone that actually has felt like 80 something
6 to
Gs.
7, 8. Yeah, they do. They have
Yeah.
experienced
No,
it.
that's true. Yeah.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
If
They
I
do
can-
have
if I can
experienced the
answer.
G force. I don't know about 9, 10, or 11. I don't know about
Well,
that.
there was a race
okay.
car driver. He crashed the car at high speed, and the G-force that he felt was equivalent to is anywhere between 50 to 80. I don't have an exact number, but I know it was between that force. I was saying like the
And what
G-force
did
on
he
your body
experience?
G-force on a human body to hit speed of light. I just don't. I think you would flatten out.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
hey, I gotta
You
go.
flat now?
If I can answer, that'd be.
Wait, can I say one thing?
You can feel you can feel G forces in space because G force is caused by acceleration, like not the presence of like air or
Exactly.
gravity,
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
Sure.
I do gotta
And
go.
like under certain conditions, there's okay, bye.
I want no. Let me say my full goodbye. I had a whole speech and everything.
Bye.
It's been fun. Y'all have a great night.
Yeah, you
I-
too.
Good night.
Good talking, guys.
Okay.
All right. So G-force, you can feel it in space, right? You were saying?
You could feel it in space. You could feel it here as well.
Okay, sort of like I couldn't be more clear on that because he interrupted me.
Gotcha.
So like astronauts in orbit around the Earth do not feel G force because they are essentially in constant free fall.
Yep.
So they don't feel the force of gravity acting on them. It's in certain conditions you can and can't. It's mostly that you can't just because of your mostly weightlessness, but you can under certain conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So with the initial acceleration, but when you reach a constant speed, you're obviously everything has stabilized, right? You're done accelerating, so you don't feel any force.
No,
But
yeah,
like
we
when you
do.
hit the speed of light, I'm just saying one of the reasons I agree with it's impossible to hit the speed of light because I just don't see a way any kind of
We don't
anything
have
on
the
this
power
planet,
to hit the speed of light.
yeah, nothing will structure of any kind of spacecraft. I just don't think can. I don't think anything's solid. I think a light is the only thing that can withstand the speed of light, right? I mean, I just think that.
I mean, I don't know about all that, but I'm just saying that we just don't have the power right now.
Yeah, that and my other thing was like hitting the speed of light. I think it's impossible also because the amount of energy needed, right? I mean,
but the thing is, we don't know what kind of energy it needs. We don't know what kind of energy it needs.
A lot. I know that. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it probably does need a lot, but we don't know what kind.
Yeah. But the point was, what I was saying is, I don't think we'll ever reach or discover any human life.
Don't say never.
Well, like, look, if you somehow got light speed, you wouldn't feel G-force, right? Because G-forces are only like generally like felt during like acceleration or deceleration.
You gotta get there, though.
But not during like constant motion, right?
Okay.
So, like, assuming like any you do is can take the enormous energy increase that could probably like wipe out like an entire solar system. You wouldn't feel G-force.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Man, that'd be insane though if we can go faster than light. Then I'd be like, holy shit.
I feel like Goku right now.
Yeah, that'd be because I'm actually a super. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but I'm also really like curious. I'm a curious person, and I think Christians should be in a way, right? But I still want to stand on my beliefs, but I wish that there was a way that I can like
I'm
teleport.
an atheist, but I'm still
Yeah.
fully believing in science and all.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think Christians not believing in science. I think you have to. Science is good because it's just kind of it's interesting stuff, and a lot of it's proven. Like there's a lot of you know what I'm saying. Like
When you hit the speed of light, your mass goes to infinite as best we know right now, so you would need infinite energy to reach light speed. Something like that, yeah. It would take an insane giga stupid amount of energy at least for sure. You know. More energy than would be available and yeah, it'll be an insane stupid just redundant amount of energy.
do you like
No,
existence?
no, no. I want a full answer if you want me to ask you. What is
Oh,
your typical answer? What is your typical answer then?
I just think there is something that created everything. It's not perfect, but
And
there's.
what's your evidence? If you don't mind me asking, what is your evidence?
I just think symmetry. And
No, it's
symmetry.
not thinking. I just want your answer. I just want your evidence.
There is no. I mean, there is no scientific method, or there's no like.
No. Forget the scientific part. Just what's your evidence?
I don't have evidence of a god other than
so then,
the Bible. I mean, like I don't know what you know. You're not gonna get like it's kind of like what's your evidence? It's like me asking.
all right. So based on this one comedian that I once saw, the comedian that I once saw, right? So he was doing a comedy sketch, right?
Okay.
Right. So he's saying that he's like, okay, he said that one time he pulled up to old Christian comedy sketch, right? And then he said that he's a magician, right? And then he was doing magic tricks. And then he had a hat. He put the hat over a hole. He's like, okay, I'll make a rabbit appear. He put on the hat, and the next thing you know, there's no rabbit. And then the Christian was like, oh, there's nothing there, blah blah blah, this and that. He's like, oh, this is how religion works. He was like, oh, there's a rabbit. And then the people there like, there's no rabbit. He's like, yeah.
That's kind of funny.
He's like, yeah.
But
you gotta believe there's a rabbit.
There's also.
And then they were like, oh, but we don't believe in it. He's like, oh, you're going to hell.
For me, I see God as like, like you know, like 95. They say 95, 99, whatever percent of like dark matter, dark energy. Like you can't see the force of gravity. Like you can't. I see God as kind of like that. Like it's something you. There is like it's kind of like a mysterious thing to me. Like there's a lot of things in science, like space. You can't see. You can't see space. Like it's just there. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, sort of. You can see the things that are in space. But space is just kind of like. That's all I have to say. You know.
Yeah, of believing in God would be the Bible for me, and the reason why is because like even if you look back in history, you look at, for example, Martin Luther King or like Rosa Parks. We don't know they existed, but through the historical like events that have happened, through the history that has been written about them, through eye testimonies of this happening, is how we grew to believe that these people existed and they did what they did.
And
that's
I agree.
The same thing in the Bible when it says that there were over 500 eyewitness testimonies all saying the same thing.
And I want to be,
and I'm a That's why.
Yeah, I want to be devil's advocate because I'm a Christian. I 100% believe I'm saved and all that.
That's an unfair statement, especially when current scientific process comes from Christianity. Current scientific process comes from Christians, not Christianity. The God itself isn't proven because you can't say that God is proven or that it's evidence for God that the people who came up with the scientific method or who came up with these scientific theories are Christian. Because they wouldn't even claim that. They'd say I believe it to be the case, but they wouldn't even claim that. So it's just like if it were the people that discovered the Big Bang Theory or this like came up with the Big Bang happened to be Hindu. That doesn't mean that Brahma and Krishna and Vishnu are automatically real, you know?
And they are like, if I told 500 people the same story, it could get misconstrued somewhere. Like someone may have made a mistake, and something may not line up. But the thing is, all the testimonies line up, all the eyewitness accounts line up.
That's solid. Yeah, I mean, as a Christian, I'm going to agree with you on that. Sure.
So for them to say that, like, oh, it has been changed or whatever, like, they need to, if you actually go in depth about all the
Gentlemen,
accounts.
I sincerely hate to interrupt y'all. I'm so sorry. I got to get off of here soon, but I got some stuff to do outside of here. But I appreciate all y'all coming up and
Yeah, it's
chopping
been
it up
good.
with each other.
Thank you
I
for
didn't
having me
add
up.
too much, but yeah, appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Mike.
Thanks for having me on here.
Take care, you as well, and you as well. All right, yeah, I gotta get out of here. I got something important to do real quick, you know. Yeah, but yeah, appreciate y'all. Let me get my last minute self promo in. TikTok's disappearing on the 19th. Not disappearing, but it's going to stop getting updated by in the U.S. on the 19th, and I live in the U.S. So if you'd like to keep up with me, follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube, I should say. Follow the Twitch if you have it. Follow my Facebook page if you have it. Follow my Instagram if you have it. Follow my Twitter if you have it. And follow me on Lemonade if you have it. I don't know if that's going to be allowed either because it's owned by ByteDance. But yeah, it's all in my bio. You know where to find it. Yes. Come on to those. I'll appreciate you. And yeah, that's it though. See y'all later. Take care. Peace. Much love. Bye. Let's end it over on TikTok and same over on YouTube. Have a good one, Hugh. Glad to have found you live. And I'm glad you're here too, as Skeptically Pissed. I love the name every time I read it. But yeah, for those of y'all who are on YouTube, I appreciate y'all. This will be my primary streaming platform after the fact. Like, I'll be on Twitch and everything, and I'll be on Facebook, X, and Instagram live streaming too. But for those who are the first ones here, like the first 50, I appreciate that sincerely. Thank you. But yeah, if y'all have any, no Cody here wanted to DM me, so if y'all want to DM me, y'all know where to find me. So just click the I think I got Linktree linked to my YouTube too. It's in the description and it's in my bio. So not my bio, my about section, I guess. I don't know what the